Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wieland, and I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. And tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly neighborhood live stream. We play great tabletop RPGs, and we are in the middle of a playthrough of Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. For those of you who are listening on podcast, there was a lot of gesturing. And that is from Pinnacle Entertainment Group. It is recently released. Not that kind of gesturing.
It's just distributing some literature.
Some Orgonian energy all over the place. We are playing Savage Worlds Adventure Edition here tonight, and this is the second of 3 episodes that we have devoted to this particular game. It is a pulp adventure serial that is inspired by Indiana Jones, The Phantom, and maybe a little Jurassic Park a little bit. So I think that we're going to have some fun here tonight, because that's what we do, is we like to show the awesome elements of these games to folks who, you know, might start looking outside of Dungeons and Dragons for something that fits a different thing. Or you can see the real-time divorce of 2 of our players, which
or
is
hear
also...
it. Can I sit on that side of the table with you guys?
Come to safety.
I don't want to be over here anymore.
Too late.
He knocked my perfect deck. You only got
Do you
one,
want to sit
actually.
next to it, or do you want to watch it?
Oh, yeah.
He only got one.
But if I'm next to it, it's less likely to spurt
okay,
blood onto
you
me,
got
I
2.
think. Is that?
The closer you're
Is
into
it-
danger, the further you are from harm. Isn't that how
Oh,
philosophy?
yeah.
Do you see
maybe.
those 3 right there?
Is it? Yeah, I feel like I'd be a hobbit if I were anything.
So, as you can tell, we are
What?
laser focused on our the role-playing experience that we want to give you here tonight. We have 5 players here tonight. Unfortunately, one of our regular members, Jordan, is unavailable, so she will be...
More gesturing.
We will... I wish... I hope Jordan does actually watch to see... the mournful groping. But what
That's
we're going to do is we're going to go around,
Yeah.
and each of our players is going to introduce their character, or introduce themselves, introduce their character, and talk about the one thing that they was most memorable about last session. I am, of course, I said that at the top of the show, my name is Rob Wieland, he, him. I will be the game master here tonight, and I think my most memorable element from our last show was the interactions that we had with Smoking Mirror. Who was the strange godlike being that our heroes came across in the later acts, and who, as I recall, somebody at the table played one of their adventure deck cards to turn into a love interest. That's weird.
Got a little god in ya?
I got an incorporeal boyfriend now.
Incorporeal Boyfriend was my favorite shoegaze artist. So if you let's pass the deck over to our player, and she can kick us off with her introduction and also draw a card.
Oh, I get to draw a card?
Yeah.
Okay. La, 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 la. That's my drawing transition music.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know if I like that one. Hi, my name is Jenny Higgins. I am a maker of animation, a brewer of beer, and part-time Queen of England. I'm playing Amy,
Never gets old.
who has been trapped in the Hollow Earth for an indiscriminate amount of time. And aside from my new relationship status,
Hashtag Amy is bae.
Hashtag is weirdsies. Yeah.
It's complicated.
Can you feel this? Can you feel this?
There's the lady who's married to a pirate ghost.
They got divorced.
That. Oh yeah, they did. They did do that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
But my other memorable moment was everybody who just arrived. I got to discover that my imaginary friend is actually real, Your Majesty.
And while we jump on over to your imaginary friend.
Yay, my imaginary friendness. I will give it right back. Hi, I am Sarah Babe. I am I podcast things. Sorry, train of thought completely lost. I am on the Emmy-nominated podcast Plot Points and also on the super awesome Encounter Party as Fikara. She's great. She's a Minotaur. And today I am playing Dr. Regina Forsyth, otherwise known as Apollomy, who is the Atlantean goddess of life, death, and wisdom, destroyer of the Atlantean Pantheon. I have a crown.
And my
Amazing.
best friend.
Yeah. We're friends.
We're friends.
We're besties.
Question for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get that costume piece off of you? Is it like pinned in there, or is it just like...
Oh, I can take it off if I need to.
Okay, good, because your character actually does not have her crown.
Ooh.
Instead, I will give you one Clinky Benny in exchange for your crown at this time.
All right. Oh,
Oh
wait.
man.
Hold on. Just a moment.
Do, do, do.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's just actually like my hair is doing what it likes to do, which is we're good.
This is a fantastic costume piece that
It is
Sarah assembled herself. I didn't realize you add the extra rocks too.
Yeah, those are all. It's
that's
all. All the
amazing.
stones are added.
This thing is heavy.
Heavy.
Like heavy is the crown because
Yeah.
the head is also heavy. So
Right. It's mainly that. It's just heavy.
all right. So what was your most memorable moment from last session?
It was kind of an out of character moment, but when Tawny realized I didn't realize you actually had anything in your hair, that was possibly my favorite.
Is that why you kind of
Made a big
bloated up? Because you're like,
Well, I didn't have it for the first one, so
Fair
I
enough, fair enough.
had to make it pretty.
all right, let's move on down the line to our next player.
I am Ethan Eichstedt Anderson. I make things and do stuff. I am he, him. My most memorable moment was probably telling my first Bigfoot story.
Ah, yes, where you took that Bigfoot's finger. as
Yes.
I recall.
Yes.
Did we decide if you had that Yeti finger on your person or if that was in your?
I
trophy?
actually just listened to this part. It's in a shadow box in the office of Ronald Anderson.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
I was just listening to another podcast that it was about Bigfoot and how they faked limbs and stuff, but yours was
What do you mean?
real
Bigfoot's
story.
real.
Real.
Totally real.
100%.
100.
100p. All right. Let's move on to our next player, please.
Hi, I am Tawny P. Thompson. I am an actor, fight choreographer, and voiceover artist here in Milwaukee. She, her, hers. And I am playing Dorothy Marvin. You can call me Dottie or Marv. I don't really care which. And I guess my favorite part of last time, oddly, was like the Bishop Tibbets moment. Maybe because the editing, because trying to find the recording of Happy Birthday that
Oh.
was really, I don't know, it was enjoyable. And then just
We
listening
found
to
an
it earlier
operatic
today,
Nice.
I was like,
birthday.
oh, this is so great. And awful because it's annoying as F. But
Yep.
yeah.
That's basically the two types of NPCs that I
Yeah, I
have.
put it on quiet repeat through the whole scene.
There's also creepy, if you haven't gotten to the creepy ones yet.
Yeah.
Don't forget to grab your adventure deck card.
Good.
And our final player can check in, please.
Hello, I'm Tony Cheek. He, him. I am playing Johnny Fuse, who is a former hitman who decided to do one last job that brought him to this godforsaken place.
And what was your highlight from last session?
Probably coming real close to shooting Sarah in the face.
Oh right, yeah, that
Yeah.
almost happened.
Yeah.
I'm still real sorry about that, guys.
Are you?
Well, I mean, like, I feel
It made good story.
it did, but like, I just feel
Just to properly roleplay my character, I'm like, I might have to choke a bitch.
right. Except it would have been shot in the face.
Yeah.
That still would, but like, I would have accepted it. It would have been okay if you would have shot me in the face.
I was worried about that. I was really worried about that.
I have to laugh because in the chat, Brad is talking with Bitmap817, and Brad said that
Hi.
incorporeal boyfriend and mournful groping should both be part of the Warped tour. So,
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we're making a band.
All right. So now that we have caught everyone up on our adventures from last time, let's
Why do they
move
want that?
forward. I'm a little shocked that nobody really mentioned the part at the end where you all got captured by Nazis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to not think about that.
But we don't like to
The
talk
gray
about
men.
that part.
The gray men.
Yeah,
The Gray
The
Men.
Gray Men.
And time in this place that you've overheard the Gray Men call the Hollow Earth, moves strangely. It never quite gets dark. At best, it's that sort of sun just dipped below the horizon kind of feel to it, and that definitely throws off your circadian rhythms. So, but then it also seems like the sun comes back at different intervals, and you don't know how long you have been under the gun of the Gray Men. You would maybe guess a few days, possibly a week. It's hard to say. Even Amy, you like it all just blurs together. Like even when you do sleep and you go to bed, it's light out. You wake up, it's light out. It's all blurring together.
Plot twist: we're in Alaska.
Now, you are being held in a forward base that the Germans are calling Yggdrasil, after the world tree of Norse mythology, because they were really obsessed with that as part of their obsession with continuing this long, almost mythical lineage.
And these are the bad Germans, right?
Yes, these are
Okay.
very bad Germans. Now, while you've been held here, you have not been idle, because they are expecting you to work. And so, our opening shot is of that strange eternal sun hanging in a weird purple sky. And the camera pulls down onto the jungle. No, the other way. Thank you. And the soundtrack slowly floods in with the sound of metal scraping dirt and the crunch of boots. And yes?
Can I make a shave?
Tawny, I was gonna do that.
Don't ask permission. I've already made 6. There's one for everybody.
We've told them they're hairpins.
Elaborate hairdos. Shivs.
They're Nazis. They don't know how
Hold that
hair
thought.
works,
Okay.
right?
I figured I should bring it up early in case I need to use one.
They're probably keeping it high and tight, so probably not.
Yeah, they don't know how women.
But it's actually just the two menfolk.
Oh, we're not working?
Not here.
Oh.
We're doing.
Oh, we're doing women's work.
Great.
I knew you'd like that more. So Buzz and Johnny have been dragged out to the edges of the camp, where you are under gun from a quartet of guards who are bored looking on at you as you dig holes to put fence posts in for the fences to the base.
Post holer.
I forgot you're old. Yeah.
And with only one leg.
I'm frail.
I think Johnny is just counting the seconds until this man dies.
Do you feel like you're at the bridge over the River Kwai, where you're just like, everyone dies here. I'll just take their stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna catch him, and then
I'm making my hole just a little bit bigger because I know it's going to be a grave soon.
I think you're making the only hole.
Are you not digging?
I'm attempting to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
You're more scraping
Yeah.
the ground.
If I could have the two of you give me a vigor check.
Oh, that's gonna be a good. Ooh.
So we get a normal D6
Your-
plus
the-
an additional
it's gonna be
D6.
D6 plus
Hilarious.
whatever dice you have in that particular thing. Vigor is a attribute,
Up top.
Yeah, I got a D6.
And then you do another D6.
and then you do your wild die,
Always one D6 plus whatever die you
and then you take
Got
the
it.
higher of the two. If I do
That
not,
popped.
I have a question. If you have a negative, does the dice still pop?
it still does, but the negative tacks
off
on
at
at the
the end.
end.
What did you get?
I got a 6, but that pops.
I got a
you-
6 and a 1.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
the
six pops.
6 is still
Six.
pop.
Yeah.
Explodes.
Oop, 4.
So I got an 8.
You
Okay.
have a 10.
Okay. That's good that you both
Where-
succeeded. It
The
just
addition blocks.
means that neither of you are fatigued at the moment.
Really? He's not fatigued?
Apparently not.
I'm
No,
amazed.
you both made your roll. That's why.
If you're just poking at something,
Yeah.
you can do that for hours.
Mournful groping. Hashtag mournful groping.
And I think that the soldiers do either of you speak German? This is an interesting question.
I do have
Without a
language
poking.
Did you have as a thingy?
as a skill.
Oh, okay.
Oh. That was insane.
You do
I
not.
could randomly say yes, but I don't.
Of course I do. I don't actually. If you want to give
Yeah.
me a languages roll,
Okay. It'd be a... Oof. All right.
I have that.
it's a D6 plus your whatever your skill is.
Oh my God. Because everybody had that.
Which
So I
one's
got rid of it.
higher?
I got 2 3s.
Okay, you need if you want to be able to speak German, you need a 4. So you can either keep that and not speak German, or you can spend a Benny, reroll, and maybe speak German.
Oh,
All right,
I would do the
reroll.
same
it's
thing.
very
You
flat.
get us even. Scheiß kommt.
Ooh.
Nope.
Worse?
Yep.
I think you mean Shiza.
Scheiße. Yeah.
No, he doesn't speak German.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Bit of baby.
Bit of face.
So
I think you mean Timothy.
Yeah, the Germans are talking amongst themselves, and you get the sense that they're probably talking about Buzz, but you don't know exactly what they're
They're
saying.
pointing and laughing.
And then in the distance, you hear a rumble, and you see popping out of the trees the long, majestic neck of one of these reptilian beasts that you first fought off as a pterodactyl in the last episode, but you've seen these creatures as you've been stuck here, kind of milling around the base, and one of them is a large one that kind of thrashes through the jungle under the jungle that's on the outskirts of this clearing that they've set up Yggdrasil, Fort Yggdrasil Inn, and it starts pulling the leaves off of one of the larger palm trees and just starts very quietly chewing them.
So how close is it?
Oh, this is
Okay.
yards away.
Okay.
Crunchy boy.
Like, even if you had 2 legs, you wouldn't be able to run.
Well, no, my thought was if I could get him to lean his neck towards us.
We can climb on him and
We can
ride
climb on him.
Not yet. The conversation with the Germans shifts, at least tonally.
Fight.
And there are, or they kind of laugh and gesture at the beast, and they start 3 of them start to talk to the one whom you understand to be the leader, and they start talking amongst themselves a little more excitedly, and finally realize what is going on because one of them pulls out some cash.
No.
And they gesture at the leader, who is like who talks back to them, and then finally nods excitedly, and he unslings his rifle. And he puts the rifle up to his shoulder. Adjusts the sight.
I'm not okay with this.
Where is it pointing?
At the beast.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I thought they were gonna start taking pot shots at you.
Make him dance.
Oh, that's fine. Don't do that. I'm kidding. Don't die.
Well, I do, though. I think as he sets his shot, there is a brief moment where I think he does kind of point it at you, and he says something in German,
Ubermensch.
which the audience sees the subtitle as, "Hey, old man, how about I just put you out of your misery, huh?"
And I reply with, "I could hit it."
I'd tap that.
Are you trying to, like, broadly gesture of, like, no, let me...
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a gun.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll here.
Bring the old man a gun.
I'm going to say your target here is going to be a 7.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, it
If
makes
you get
sense.
the gun, it's totally going to be a ghost moment where he's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to sit behind you so you can't shoot me.
Kind of best reason, yeah.
That is a no.
You're not gonna drop some bennies to...
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
So I have a 4 and a 6.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's almost like you're not good at that.
Yeah.
So he laughs. The other German goons laugh, and then he barks for them to be silent. As he sets the shot, the close-up camera of the iron sight and the far off distant.
So is everyone paying attention to him shooting then?
I don't think so. I think there's at least one guard
Okay,
who still
just one.
got his eye. Like these guys are bored, but they're not dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we sure they're not dumb?
They won't get really dumb until about like the second or third.
Okay.
So
Misguided.
Ah.
boom! And in the distance, the rumble of a body falling.
You assholes.
Why are you looking at me?
Cut to
I'm a big game hunter. Why would I stop it?
Fair point.
cut to the officer's tent of Fort Yggdrasil, where there is a phonograph playing some classical music, and there is the clink of silverware on plates, and the other three captives, Amy, Regina, and Marv, are.
Oh, God.
So who's holding the beer, who's holding the wine, and who's holding the food?
Beer.
I'll let you have the wine. I mean,
So, wait, do I have a bottle or a glass or a tray?
That's a good question.
Oh.
For what are you holding?
Wine.
Probably a bottle.
Okay.
Do I have a pitcher or
You have a
a
pitcher.
juice pitcher?
Well, you may have given Regina the tray duty because she hasn't had her crown in a few days, and she hasn't been doing well without it.
Is there anything I can do for you, Your Majesty?
give me my crown!
We'll accept that.
Sweetheart,
We'll find
I
it soon,
understand.
I promise.
you're angry. But we don't know where the crown is.
No, don't yell at them. They're trying to help. You don't need to yell at them. Just quit yelling at me!
She's in committee right now.
I can see that.
There is honor in serving.
No, there ain't.
To lead is to serve, Your Majesty. To lead is to serve.
To lead is to serve. To lead is to serve.
Okay, y'all. Here's the deal. I snagged one of them butter knives up off the table earlier. I'm gonna sharpen it later. We're gonna kill them all.
Use a spoon.
There are, just so you're aware, there are.
Oh, are they listening? I didn't say that.
No. Like, there's
Can I take that back?
American funny joke. Ha, ha, ha. The old joke about the knife bit. That's very American. Apple Pie and Roy Rogers.
That's how we.
There are, you would guess, about altogether 50 Germans in this base.
Ugh, that's
Like, it is a fairly large operation here.
We're gonna need to get a couple more butter knives.
You're probably gonna need, at least 2 or 3.
So,
We should get spoons
we gotta get something.
so we can scoop out their eyes.
That's dark. I like it.
If you want to have, I'm trying to see here, have boosted one of these things, I'm going to ask you to make a thievery roll.
Ew.
Thievery.
I don't have thievery.
Yeah.
So then you're going to roll a d6, a d4, take the higher, and then -2 from it.
I don't know what dice to entrust this to.
Didn't you? Oh, okay, right. All right, okay. I'll try.
My 6 popped.
I will try as well.
9.
I'm going to
Minus
subtract
2.
2.
7.
So you got nothing in German?
Oh,
What was the
rude.
target?
No,
9.
Nine.
I see. I
Oh.
see what you did there.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Yeah, you have been
I
able
appreciate
to pocket one.
Sweet.
No.
Okay. I'm very happy that everybody has been like, I want a shiv.
Who doesn't? I mean,
I did not get one. I probably forgot that I'm carrying a tray and can't,
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's in my boot.
just walk up and grab one like, thanks. Pile them on your tray.
The leader of the Germans is a man by the name of Oberst Zier. Zer. Oberst Zer.
It's like he's the overseer.
No. He is. So they're all talking about things in German.
Can we try to understand even if we don't have language?
I do have language, so
If you have the language skill, you can try to make a roll. Otherwise, no.
I do have the language skill. Does that go off of smarts as well?
No, it's a D6 plus your language skill.
Oh. Okay, wait. So, okay, yeah.
I'm doing this a little differently than the way that they do the regular rules, but I feel like this is a more fun way to do it.
3.
4 is the target.
Dang.
Can I? You know what? I'll do it again.
Yep. Welcome to my nightmare.
Can I
Big
do it
money,
again?
Big money?
You can re-roll as many as you want.
I'm just refusing to. There we go. I got a 5.
Okay. So they've been discussing their theories of what's going on.
Okay.
Zer is convinced that this is a place called Hollow Earth.
Okay.
That is located within the Earth, and he believes that it is it is connected to Norse mythology and to the myths of the Germanic people.
Okay.
And you also overhear him talking and while he's excited about the connections to that mythology, what is more interesting to me, and this is and I think this is where we do the Hunt for Red October thing, where he's speaking German and then he zooms in and he flips into English so that the rest of the audience at home, because now we have a character who can understand, is that we can use these same resources that created the myths and legends upon which Der Führer has been inspired to create his Reich. What's important to me, and he says this, and you see that he's eating his meal, but his left hand, the finger has actually been replaced with a fork as he's cutting his meal with his right hand.
Sounds convenient.
Definitely not forking around.
Or is he?
Would that be considered finger forking?
Ooh. It's just bad.
I don't like where this is going.
It's okay, neither do I. You see, I believe what's important here now is the process under which we can begin Operation Bifrost. That's why it is important for us to not only ensure that we find these locations, but also that we convince the British woman to translate the symbols for us so that we can activate the devices with the crystals that we have.
Wait. Aren't I British too?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't get that impression.
I don't know your life.
Yeah.
What are you?
You think that he was referring
Thought you were
to Dr.
LinkedIn.
Dorset,
Right.
who
Thank you.
who is not on kitchen duty, but she is on
Translation duty.
Atlantean glyph translation duty somewhere off in the field.
Oh, I am pissed.
Yeah, because you're the expert and she's the one.
I'm the goddess of Atlantia.
I mean, you're doing so hot right now, but
I'm getting out of the blast radius on this, and I'm going to start serving wine. Who wants another drink?
There actually is a hand on your shoulder that says, "It will do you no good to be angry now, my goddess."
You said the hand that says.
Is it an actual? Well, of course it's an actual person.
I'd say don't ask me if it's someone I can see. I'm not.
This is Dr. Vanessa Maltoni.
Okay.
She is the expert of the Atlantean crystals that Fort Yggdrasil has on hand, and she is the one who is also currently studying your crown.
Maltoni, you said?
Maltoni. 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 So I guess technically we did name a villain after you.
It translates to Bad Tony.
Yeah. That was my nickname growing up. It's just Tony with a larger mustache.
Little twirlier.
Little troll.
Yeah.
So how long has she been listening to us?
Well, she walked in and saw Regina kind of ready to blow and walked over and put a hand down her to calm her down.
It would help if I would have my crown back.
Unfortunately, it has not given up its secrets yet.
And it won't. It only listens to me.
Not necessarily.
It only listens to me.
Are you talking with the help again, Dr. Maltoni? I'm merely observing the person who has had the most interaction with the Atlantean crystal in her natural state. The scientific properties of her crown have been fascinating to study. And frankly, if we can, the more crystal that you can find, I think the better off that your war effort is going to be. War? Who said anything about war? Zare says with a smile. Yes, because you've sent 4 men and all of these materials here to this place for peacetime. Just because you pay me to work on these devices doesn't mean that I necessarily have to follow orders in lockstep, Oberst.
Hey, question quick. Does that mean y'all came here on purpose so you know how to get, like, back and forth?
I just thought you're like, well, I waited. I am a tourist, says Dr. Maltoni. The Oberst, they came here on purpose, is I correct? Do not be speaking such secrets to the help.
I mean, y'all literally just said it, so I kind of inferred. Is that the right word? Inferred? Yes. I inferred from your speaking with the words you done just said. So.
Our presence here, says the Oberst, is due to certain discoveries made in the castle Weveld.
That's funny. I just flew through a cloud. Who wants more wine?
Are you getting a little ripped on?
Take a sip.
Oh, this one's empty. Where's the rest?
Are you doing the one for me with the right hand and the one for you with the left hand?
I have a spare one over here as I'm like, drink up, Shriners. This is gonna be a long night.
Finding our way here and finding these resources is only half the plan.
What's the other half?
To lose a fight in Russia.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Jeez.
So many tanks.
Cool. I got a D4 in persuasion.
Oh wait, this is probably before World War II, isn't it? Or who knows? Yeah.
My D4 pops.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gotta stop me.
7.
2 jokes.
I mean, what would a pulp adventure be without a good villain monologue?
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't expecting that to work.
Yeah, I know.
Here we are.
Well,
Before I kill you.
yeah. That's what this speech is.
Yeah.
Well,
Should know how brilliant I am.
It's not going to matter because you'll be dead in 5
What?
minutes anyway.
well, the other part of the plan is very simple. You see, the same research that brought us here in the castle, and as he's doing this, he is taking out a handkerchief and cleaning off his finger.
tines.
Not even with soap or silver polish? Really?
Not yet.
There's a spit shine on that fork.
Just licks it out.
Israel just gonna watch horrified, like.
Am I the only one who's like, dude, that'd be super cool?
It would be good.
It would be pretty.
Yeah. I mean,
this is why you guys are like, how much cyberware can I install?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's quite simple. You see, we have discovered that there's not one, but there are several gates back to the surface world. And all we have to do, and what we are doing here, is we are looking for the keys. One of which, or many of which, will allow us to move resources, soldiers, tanks, and anything we need to mount a lightning-fast invasion of not just our enemies in Europe, but the entire world. And once we have found those keys, we shall prove the superiority of the Reich against inferior peoples of the world, of which you, my dear water girl,
I'm holding beer.
oh, which you...
You can't get good beer here.
My dear beer wench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you, my saucy beer wench, clink, crack, are the most obvious member of.
It looks like your beer glass is getting kind of empty there, and I just dump it in his lap.
And the officers huff up like, what? Oh,
What are you gonna do? What?
And they,
Not the beer!
I'm impulsive.
you are impulsive. Well then, why don't you y'all go ahead and take one of these?
Maybe. Ha!
I feel like you've done this before, so we probably don't panic.
No,
I think this is like
just
a
in case you
weekly
want-
occurrence.
Well, so the officers jump up, guns are drawn. It looks like they're about ready to execute you when a soldier breathlessly runs into the tent.
Looks like you pissed yourself there a little bit. Sorry about that. Didn't make it to the toilet fast enough. Oh, you couldn't find your... Ow. I was gonna say you couldn't find the finger that fits so you can hold your dick pee.
Pause your trash talk, young lady.
Yeah.
We gotta make a roll on
I
this.
got an empty bottle if you want something for whacking in case this gets,
Uh,
gets
My
interesting.
parry is fine.
Only 50 of them.
Yeah. I've been keeping a pile back here.
Dang it, he's gonna reroll.
Oh,
Yes!
How am I gonna for this? Yeah.
Can I no-sell it?
You can no-sell it, that's fine,
Continue
yeah.
with my taunt about not finding the right finger with which to put on his hand.
the soldier who ran in said, "We found him. We've located the American." And
He was a Brontosaurus all along.
Oberst Zer says, "Put them all back in their cells, including the ones on the work detail. But we shall speak with this American post haste." And
American.
the
Anderson?
the guards, scoop you up, then march you back to the detention area that you have set up, where it's basically just kind of like a fenced off. It's it's a fenced off area with a like a tent roof, but not like actual sides. And they throw all of you together as you see a pair of German Jeep is, I don't know what the technical term is. Well, but the German version of open top Jeeps come rolling in.
A bunch of bugs.
And yeah, it's the beetle. Yeah, okay. So like, it's like a camo painted beetle. Okay.
Took 4 beetles, put them next to each other, put a top on, boards across them.
Parade float style.
Yeah, I mean,
Get a
like,
podium
yeah.
on it.
it's a convertible beetle. Boom. German Jeep. I apologize.
Volkswagen thing.
How many?
It could just be things.
It's the Volkswagen Führer.
or it could just be a bunch of...
Volkswagen Kugelwagen.
And yes, the Kugelwagen. Yes, I remember I used to play a computer game where you could like ride in German tanks, but you could also pick the Kugelwagen, which was dumb because it basically could take one hit and then you'd all die. But we loved, but my friends and we used to play it where you would each get in a Kugelwagen and try to outgun each other. It was kind of like the World War II version of playing Slappers Only.
What's Slappers Only?
In
GoldenEye.
It's that thing in GoldenEye where you only can
Slap each other.
You remove all guns from combat, and you're only allowed to hit people.
And it looks like karate chopping.
Oh, so it's like Needlers in Halo.
Kind of.
Yeah, but more
Except-
effective than Needler.
And 8-bit.
I love
Maybe 16.
Needler.
8-bit Needlers.
Yeah.
64-bit.
Okay. Oh, damn. All right.
I feel like though 8-bit Needler it should be on the
Band's name.
the ticket
Warped Tour.
with Mortal Groping and what was the other one?
Incorporeal
Boyfriend.
Incandescent boyfriend.
What was that one?
I could probably build one of those at work.
8-bit Needler.
8-bit Needler.
That would be an LED boyfriend.
They are definitely a ska punk band.
They do the ska punk cover of the Halo theme.
Yeah, and they just like teabag everybody.
Oh, gross.
2D jump.
So the Kugelwagons pull in, and everybody excitedly gets out, and sure enough, being pulled off of the back of one of the wagons is Ronald Anderson. And the Oberst walks over to Anderson, and they have a brief chat. It ends with 2 things. Anderson spits in the German's face, and then the German puts him on the ground.
Do I know that guy? Like when I see him, do I recognize him?
I don't think so.
Okay.
These 3 do, but you don't. The 2 of you don't.
Y'all, that's Ronald Anderson, our mysterious benefactor.
The Germans drag him over to...
I thought he was their imaginary friend.
Right?
The Germans drag him over to your prison cell area, and they open up the door and chuck him in, and he goes, sliding along the ground. They shut the door, they walk away, and Anderson pulls himself up out of the dirt, spits out a little blood and mud that got into his mouth.
Mr. Anderson?
Don't worry. I've got a plan to get out of here.
Are you wearing a belt?
I stole this butter knife.
And that is where our first act of Escape from the Hollow Earth ends. We'll be back in 10 minutes as the crew pulls together their big escape plan and see if they can enact it. Until then, stay frosty, everybody.
I need crystals.
And welcome back to Act 2 of Escape from the Hollow Earth. And we've been joined by...
Not Jordan.
Not Jordan.
I totally am Jordan. I have a shiny hat.
I don't think... No, this is not happening. So,
For our podcast listeners, we put a skeletal Halloween bat in Jordan's spot.
Wearing a top hat and smoking a cigar.
A giant cigar.
because as you know, that's
What
what
bats
Jordan
do.
does all the time is smoke giant cigars.
With
So,
his shiny hair.
when we last left our heroes, they had just been reunited with Ronald Anderson, the founder of the feast, the reason why many of them have been stuck here in the Hollow Earth. And he just said that he has a plan to get out of the Hollow Earth. You want to hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
No, we're just staring at you.
While I'm
Because we have
listening,
nothing
I'm
else to do.
sharpening my butter knife on
Okay.
the bars.
I think Johnny Fuse is just like, should I murder him right now? Is this my moment?
Is this my time? Just as he's about to give us the plan, you're like,
No, plan first, then kill.
okay.
Here's my plan.
Okay.
I'm dying. That's a really good plan.
Yeah, you figure death, and then we get the guards over it. No, it's not. Who? And he gestures. Who are these?
When the plane done crashed, they
And I.
I am Apollonie, goddess of Atlantia.
Okay.
thinks
Are
she's
you a
a
goddess
goddess?
without a crown?
She's got a crown
Yes.
thing, and it seems like she can control stuff. And this is Amy.
What do you mean
She's
by
chill.
stuff?
Oh,
Like
the large
bees?
lizards that live here.
Well, the smaller ones.
Well,
No, they were large. They were a good size.
good size.
Ruthie and Alfred are lovely creatures.
It's not the size that matters.
She names them and everything. We found your friends on the beach.
And
It's a
then,
little much.
and then the Germans found you.
Well,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
That
We were
would-
raiding a
That would be
tomb
the order of things.
for some.
One of the old gods was speaking through me, and that caught us off guard, and the Germans came, and it was all a debacle.
that
Yeah,
that happened.
a Tuesday.
One of the old gods. Which one?
Smoking
Smoking Joe Freeze.
smoking mirrors.
Smoke and mirror.
He was a magician.
Quetzalcoatl?
Smoking mirror. Was-
Spoke through you.
I just call him
Yes.
Pumpkin.
He was kind of a dick.
Well,
So
Gods aren't required to be nice to mortals.
they don't understand humans.
I got that. Yeah.
Well,
Such short lives and such fiery temperaments.
He did give us crystals, though.
He did. That was
He
very
did do
kind.
that.
Well.
But then the Germans took him, so
Yeah.
you know
Mm.
that as a thing.
well, the good news is I was able to stash the crystal skull before they got me.
Oh, good. So they're gonna try to torture its location out of you. Don't tell us.
No.
Oh, you stashed it on you?
No.
Well,
No.
he'd have to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
judging.
Yeah.
Buzz,
I am
you're
not
a
that
weird old
impressive.
dude.
No. But that's the key to the plan.
Weirdo.
I will be the focus of the officers because they're going to want to know where that skull is because it is the key to their plan. You have to figure out a way to get us out of here before I break.
I'm gonna pick this lock right here with this butter knife I stole.
Okay. That doesn't mean we execute the plan now. It means we come up with a plan and then we execute it.
Well, I'm gonna pick that lock
know-
right there with this butter knife I stole.
I'll be executing something.
Mm,
I'm so conflicted
The aim.
what are you conflicted?
because I'm loyal, but I don't know who I'm loyal to.
Obviously, the god of Atlantia.
To yourself.
Sure thing,
Pick the
sweetheart.
lock, then kill him.
So, what is this thing that she controls? What are you talking about?
Well,
It's a crown.
It goes around like this and has stones like this.
So wait, stones
and
like
teeth like this.
wait, it's a rabbit.
With big teeth.
You're wearing a rabbit crown.
Buzz is Buzz is doing a buzz. He
No.
buzzed you.
Okay, I got buzzed. That's true. Okay.
It's a crown.
Right.
Got some crystals on
right,
it. And there's
and
one
and-
like big one.
And you've attuned the resonance of the crystals so that you're able to telepathically communicate with the local animals?
And sometimes
Yes.
she can pick up a radio station in her dental work.
That's amazing.
Of course it is.
Which radio station?
I'm a goddess.
That part is a little weird, but
It also
one thing at a
shoots-
time.
It also shoots concentrated beams of light out of its top crystal, but you know,
But yeah,
not to brag.
that's the weirdest humble brag I've ever heard. Because you had to invent humble brag, and then you dropped that one. Okay, cool.
So we
cool,
know
cool.
where that's being stored.
We do.
In the office of that doctor lady.
Right.
Is there a reason we have to go see the doctor lady?
What?
Hold still.
We
Well, she's not a medical doctor.
Oh, I was gonna say we have a very old man who's been shoveling.
All right.
She might need your help with the Atlantean glyphs.
All right.
But they
that's a big
decided to take.
How do we get the message out
Dorset.
to Joan to pull her in?
They.
I know.
Oh, dun dun dun. Interesting. So,
Who's in love with you now?
Well, actually,
and now we return to the many loves of Hollow Earth Amy here on Fate of the Mind Plan
On TMP.
on TMP.
Anyway, here's
Tonight
Wonderwall.
on TMP.
So, at the beginning of every Savage World session, characters get a card from the adventure deck, and this allows them to introduce a plot twist that makes things more interesting for me to have to deal with. Such as, and Jenny has not been shy in playing either of her cards.
I love them.
She played Turncoat. Your hero somehow convinces or bribes a foe to perform a small favor, such as helping the hero escape, revealing the location of the boss, etc. So, what do you have in mind for this card, or am I
coming to us?
or were you just like, make it happen, Rob, and then
No,
bribe one of the jailers.
What if the doc wants a demonstration?
What do you think,
Yes.
Jordan?
I think my head is so shiny.
she is so smart. You should give her a chance more often. You should.
You know, she's still. You won't listen to me, okay? Because I apparently ruined your career.
Hey, y'all, I am going to point out that Joan ain't here.
yeah, she is
She's
not.
here.
Yeah, she is.
No.
Shiny hat.
I would like to.
Idiots. I'm surrounded.
I figure the favor that we could ask is for them to, for someone to come up with a reason for the doctor to need the goddess, to help with something that she hasn't quite been able to crack with the crown.
Figure out. She needs to do like blood work or something to figure out the physiological effects of the crystals on a human body. Because Nazis and human experimentation.
Well, she just needs to put a bunch of electrodes on your head to see if she can untune it to you and retune it to her.
Right. And that's
So-
how I shiv a bitch.
So, okay.
Shocking.
This is a good plan. I'm not quite sure how the card fits into this, because the card here is
Or I just need one of those little krauts to fall in love with me and help me. I don't know how I did it with Spoken Mirror. I'm just apparently I've got some kind of natural.
Could you convince Smoke and Mirror to possess a Nazi? And then that Nazi will convince the doctor to do the thing.
It may be a little early in our relationship to ask him to jump into.
That's really like a third date thing.
Yeah,
and I don't.
that's because that's when.
I haven't even penetrated you yet. But
I mean, that was the elaborate one. Otherwise, psst, psst, Fritz, I gotta use the can.
Fritz.
Well, so
Fritz and Happen.
Kommen Sie hier bitte.
Need to do a little
Okay.
tinkle.
Man. How many listens do we have in Germany? Because they're going to 0.
A lot.
Okay.
So Thanks, Dortmund, Germany. That's a town, not a name.
Okay. So
they're Nazis. I'm so sorry.
how are you? Okay. Well, let's look like this. Do you want it to be a soldier? Do you want it to be one of the?
One of the soldiers knocks out the doctor. Like, I'm brought to the doctor because she wants to do a demonstration, but one of the soldiers.
Okay. Hold that thought.
That I think.
Hold that thought. I think I know. All right, I know how I want to do this.
I was gonna say, is there a pilot on site?
There is. One of the soldiers has been, I think, staring at you.
Oh.
In a like, do I know you from somewhere?
Does anyone truly know anyone?
From
But like,
yeah,
like he's been kind of like, and he keeps staring, and so as you're talking, as you're talking with Anderson. Okay, and it's like, okay, so we need to convince the doctor that you're the only one who can properly operate.
I mean, she knows this already.
Right, but
now just has to be the time.
so that's great. So once we get the crown, then you can radio for help with your weird psychic Tarzan yell, right?
Tarzan yell.
You could bring a bunch of them really big
Is
ones.
it more of an Ace Ventura yell?
T-Rexes. And we can ride them
Doesn't
away.
require bending over.
Right.
It's not a Tarzan yell. You can.
Oh, don't get your feelings
Is it a rebel
hurt,
yell?
all right? You're a vitally important part of this plan, Your Majesty.
Well, Your Eminence. Yes, of course.
That's what. You're fascinating to me because you're the one person I've met who has had the most contact with these crystal substances, and you're the expert.
I know.
Well,
Tell Dorset that.
We'll tell her when we pick her up in the jungle, okay?
Okay.
All right. So we get the crown, you radio for help, and then we get out of here. Oh.
I'll start picking the lock while y'all are in there doing the doctor thing.
So Butterknife is like this. The lock is like
I'm
that.
shivving it and bending it right now. It's fine.
Why not use his belt buckle?
He's wearing a belt.
Is there a fog rolling in?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's why I was asking about his belt. Where
Are you wearing a belt?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Anybody got a bobby pin?
No, that's the thing, is we're going to use...
Yeah, I can use belt and a bobby pin and jigger it.
That is racist.
Jigger?
I'm kidding.
It might be. I don't know the origin of that word.
I don't
It
know
is
that.
actually kind of
Yeah.
racist. It's a good assumption that any sort of common phrase probably is racist.
It's making fun of someone at some point in
If
history.
you dig back far enough,
Mhm.
it's probably racist. As a matter of fact, I don't want to explain it. I'll explain it to you off air. I think I know where it comes from. So,
Boy.
to interrupt this discourse, you hear someone say, "Miss Earhart!" And there is a German soldier standing at at the gate. I thought so. I knew it was you.
Holy
Earhart.
shit.
I was called that once.
Did we know this?
No.
No. Okay.
Wait. Hello.
Wait.
No, that was Amelia. This is Amy.
You've been holding on to that for so long. I'm so proud of you.
and he actually puts like one of his hands up on the fence.
It has been so long since I've actually spoken to anybody. You can see.
Yes, it's true. I've seen such strange things here in this place. To see you, whom I am your hugest fan, Miss Earhart. I used to keep clippings of you in my footlocker, and I was devastated when you were lost. But if these large dinosaur lizards can exist, and if these strange crystals we've been finding can exist, then certainly we can discover the lost aviatrix, Miss Amelia Earhart.
And there is nothing I want more than to be found.
Oh, Amelia.
Amy.
Amy for short.
What's your name?
Oh crap.
You look like
I believe it was Fritz. Yeah.
Fritz.
No, not actually Fritz.
you look like a
Hans.
Hans, a Gerhard maybe,
Sven.
Florian,
Greg.
Bob.
Florian
Greg.
Zeitzler.
Maybe Frank.
Bob.
Jim.
Anyone in the
Klaus.
chat want to
Klaus.
jump us? No. All right.
Klaus. Yeah, Klaus works.
Hold on.
Sven.
Maybe an 8-bit needler.
We're gonna go with Noah.
Okay. That's very.
Noah Geldman.
Oh, that's
So
very.
maybe Noah Ark.
That's very.
Arkman.
Yeah,
Arkman.
Noah Arkman.
Sounds like
Noah
you're trying
and
to
the
come up with an
Arkman.
alias on the spot. My name is
Which is
Noah.
literally what I
Noah
just did. I'm Lamp McMicrophone. Yes, of course.
Mike McPhone.
McFune. That's imagine there's an accent over the
French.
E and like an umlaut over the O. And
Accent grave.
Accent grave.
Accent grave?
Accent.
Accent?
what are they doing? Are they treating you well?
Well, I mean, we were made to serve dinner, but I mean, that's not. We don't.
Oh yeah, they made.
We don't really understand. We don't really understand what's going on here.
We weren't
And-
supposed to be here. We were in the wrong place.
Well, you're in the wrong.
I'm afraid that they may have fallen into the same kind of fate that
Yeah,
I
they
did.
had
Where
us fencing.
Oh, that kind of thing.
That's not the right.
they
No,
made
that's the
this
wrong
poor
word.
man dig.
Look at him.
Look at
He's
him.
almost dead already.
I don't know what's keeping him up.
It's a peg leg.
I was just going to say that.
A fog rolled up, and all of a sudden, I was in uncharted territory, and then I came here, and I've been here. I don't even know how long I've been here, but I just really, really want to get home.
I will do what I can to help. If that's what it takes. This place is so strange. But I know that the Oberst he has his eye on joining the SS, and if he can pull off Operation Bifrost, then he will certainly be joining der Fuhrer's inner circle.
You don't want that to happen, do you? You seem like a good kid.
I don't know. I want to help you, Miss Earhart, but I am here to serve the Third Reich.
I know that duty is so important, and I know that you have that adventurer's spark in you. I know what that is. But there is one thing that being here has taught me, and that there are just some things that need to be left alone because they are beyond us. They cause you to lose yourself. I didn't even think she really existed until somebody told me that they could see her. It eats you and it makes parts of you disappear. She is right there, isn't she?
Like, wait,
No, I need your help right now. I need you to answer a question for me.
Okay, good. All right.
Got pretty disassociated for a moment there.
Caitlin's like, so how we're going to resolve the escape here is through the dramatic task system that Savage Worlds has. And for those of you who have listened to our episodes of Tales from the Loop, you'll find a lot of stuff here that you will remember. So here is how let me set the stakes. Now, when people use these types of systems, whether they're the extended troubles from Tales from the Loop, or if you have ever done a skill challenge in Dungeons & Dragons, generally you set a stake and then you have a certain amount of successes that you have to hit to meet that stake. Now, some dungeon masters don't like to make those stakes obvious because they feel that it should be more of an immersive experience of, you don't know how many successes you have and you do to do a thing in real life. Why should you know ahead of time? I feel that it's important to set the stakes clearly so that way you can make both tactical and narrative choices based on what you want to happen. So here, the basic stakes are this. Regardless of whether or not you succeed at the dramatic task, you will escape Fort Yggdrasil, because we don't want to do an episode, and we don't want to do 2 episodes of you guys sitting around digging ditches and serving raptor meat to Nazi soldiers.
Pouring beer on Nazi pants.
Right. Pouring beer on Nazi pants.
I'm cool with it.
Which, by the way, I think should be the episode title, is Pouring Beer on
Pouring
Nazi
beer
Pants.
on Nazi pants.
Beer, wine, Nazi pants.
If you succeed, the dinosaurs that come in and break you out are under your control. If you fail, they are not under your control, and you basically have to try to escape in the but you have to escape Jurassic Park style.
What you're telling me is win-win.
Dinosaurs are gonna wreck some Nazi shit. That's happening.
Yeah, I mean
that's happening.
Really,
win the easy way or go the hard way.
Right.
This is gonna.
So
Hard way is
the way that dramatic tasks work is you have to hit a certain amount of successes on a certain amount of elements of a plan. I'm going to let you guys define how you approach these successes, but there are 3 tasks that you need to complete to fully succeed, and each of them requires 5 successes. Now, when you make a roll on a thing, when you hit that 4, that's 1 success. If you hit a raise, which is 4 or more above that number, that's considered 2 successes, and so on and so forth. So if you hit like a 12, that would be 3 successes. At any rate, you have 3 rounds to do this, so each of you is going to get to take 3 actions. And these are the 3 tasks that you need to complete. You need to get the crown from Dr. Maltoni. You need to pick up weapons from the armory, including Chanticleer. And you need to contact and control the dinosaurs. So, each of those requires 5 successes, and you need to figure out who's tackling what, when, and where, and how.
I think I would be best suited for armory.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be good at breaking into places and rigging our way into stuff.
I'll talk to the dinosaurs. Wait, do we know for sure I can't talk to the dinosaurs without my crown?
Yes.
Have you tried? Yeah, so
You tried real hard a little while ago.
why don't we split and go to the armory. Y'all 3 hit the doctor's office.
I will also say that because of our good friend Noah, you have one automatic success that you can spend on any task.
I feel like get one on getting the crown would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll help us get to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It makes sense narratively.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's start with that. I think the scene then, after he says that he'll help you, flips to Noah screaming in German, get the Italian immediately. Something is wrong with the crazy woman. And you are doing, I'm assuming you're doing your, well, how are you acting out to basically get her to be like, okay, we need to get her into my office immediately? Because we're basically doing the classic, the prisoner is sick, get me, you know.
Oh, I'm thinking like even worse, like banging my head against the wall, yelling at the... trying to not go like too stereotypically crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess what based on what you've been doing, what would be an escalation of that?
Oh, I'm attacking like her or him.
Me?
I'm basically attacking you guys.
Don't do me because I have a thing I need to do.
Well, yeah, I mean attacking. Like
Okay,
it's gonna be like, ah! It's not gonna be terribly, but I'm like probably like going
Then
to.
you probably do me.
So who are you attacking when they bring her out? You got to pick
Probably
somebody
him.
to attack.
This
Him.
guy.
Okay, give me a fighting roll.
Okay.
You remind me of my father.
So if I don't have that, that's a D6 and a D4 minus 2.
Correct.
Cool. Wait.
That wasn't 4.
Oh, it's cocked. Okay, so that's 3.
Wait, if it
Wait, you don't add them together.
No, yeah, it was a 4
right,
then
so
it popped.
4.
plus 1
5. Oh,
minus
Damn.
2.
Oh, it's 3. Okay.
damn.
Okay. The reason I wanted you to roll...
Can I spend one of these for her?
No, I'm attacking him.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're unsuccessful, then you
Oh,
actually
okay,
hurt
okay.
him.
Oh shit.
Can I spend
I'm
one
sorry,
of these
dude.
for her?
Let me
I'm
see.
probably not gonna hurt that bad.
He's fragile.
Well, it's
He's
not
Italian
your...
too.
Okay, it probably looks a little bit better if I do actually accidentally scratch your face. So
It'll help.
Just take the hit, honey.
yeah,
It's
I think
okay.
we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Go
Yeah,
limp, it'll end better for you.
Yeah, go boneless.
Just dead weight.
Tap out, son.
No, she's got thunder roll.
Dang. Never mind.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. Wait. What is your parry?
5. Maybe 6. I think 5. Oh, 5, because I don't have Shantic.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure because I thought your parry was really low for some reason.
That's his pace.
My pace is super low,
Oh yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
because I have a peg leg.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your strength.
My strength?
Your strength.
Okay. Well, thankfully, that's not a lot. Oh, look, that's a 1.
And,
You also
and
roll
the
a
D6. You
Oh, and the D6.
take the higher of the two.
So 3.
Okay. So,
Just not the face.
I rubbed your face a little too hard.
You got a
rash.
wicked burn.
I'm mildly irritated.
well, like I think you knock him over, and I think like there's a moment where you're like, I'm hitting, and he still hasn't started breathing again. You're like, are you okay? And he's just kind of goes.
Yeah, like I knock him over and knocks the wind out of him, and I'm still like scratching at his face, and then I'm like, he's not.
No, he is just. The siren call of the one-lunged Malamute.
And it's so quiet, no one can hear.
You're like, oh god, he's dying. Oh shit, he's really dying.
What is the sound of one lung screaming?
One lung collapsing.
Oh, it's not a pretty sound, let me tell you that. Okay, that got a little real. Hey, the Spider-Man thing.
Okay, so the guards open up the cell and they grab you.
While they're distracted, I would like to sneak behind them, rip off a piece of... I'm assuming I already have this prepped, but like rip off a piece of my shirt and shove it into the like lock hole.
Okay.
So that when the lock tries to
The old
latch,
2
it
a.m.
won't-
pizza bit. Yeah. Okay.
While they're
sure.
distracted by this all.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll for that.
Oh, can't it be like MacGyver or repair?
Hmm.
MacGyver, perhaps?
All right. Why don't we? Well, where did my book
I was
go?
hoping
Did
for MacGyver.
There's one on the shelf over there.
There's one right
there.
MacGyver, that famous episode when he brilliantly made a piece
Duct
of
tape a
clothing.
lock shut.
Oh no, the other way. So MacGyver. Oh. Okay. So MacGyver is more of you put together improvised weapons type of thing. So tell you what. You can why don't you give me a repair roll, but the target is going to be 6.
Okay. This guy. So my Mr. Fix-It is a +2 on all repair rolls, so I got a 6.
Okay. So go ahead and mark a success on the get the crown.
Boom.
All right. So that is the first official roll of this turn. They scoop you out and take you to go see the doctor. You wad the piece of clothing into the lock mechanism so that when it shuts, it clangs. But you're pretty sure if you shake it a couple of times, it'll come open. What is everybody's next move? Or who's making the next move, I should say.
I would like to catch my breath.
That is fair.
How would you like to help the actual?
Okay.
Because they also are like
She's fiddling with the door. I'm just like,
And then you remember what you're here for, and you're like, oh wait, no, he's not Ronald Anderson. Never mind.
well, they are coming to get now that the plan is under execution. Anderson has been taken to the Obers to
Torture.
get beat up. So what is the next part of your plan?
This is, I guess, half of a thing. While they're coming to give Ronald Anderson, I'm going to say, did you hide it in that spot that we always hide things? So that I'll be taken with him.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception roll.
Run free, one-lunged Malibu.
Nice.
That is 8.
Okay.
Oh, you have a -2?
Yes, I have a -2.
So that means that you can go ahead and put 2 successes on the get to the armory challenge, because because you and Anderson kind of drop into a routine where he's like, "Damn it, you old fart! What is your problem? You don't say those things in front of the guards.
They don't know where it is.
They know there's a thing. Now they know there's a thing.
They don't know anything. They can't speak English.
And both of the guards go, "Yes, we can."
Nice try, German.
Well,
Nice try.
German English deception. Okay, so who's next?
Okay.
well, do I just make my way to the armory?
Well, you can. That can definitely be a sneak roll.
I will do that.
Okay.
I have to come with you.
I know. That's why I was.
sneaky.
I have to go to
Can you
there.
sneak for both of us?
I
Just
don't know
stay
if that's
in
a
here.
thing.
You're right. I'm just gonna stand here until y'all ask me. Thanks.
I will say you can sneak for her, but that means that you have to roll a raise, and it won't still only
I guess
count
I'm not terrible.
for one.
Also, I have to get so I have to get one better than the
8.
actual.
You have to get an 8 to take her with you.
Don't worry
Okay,
about it. I'm not as bad as I thought I was.
I got 2 5s.
Okay,
So,
so you're gonna keep that.
does that?
Yeah, that puts another tick on the
To the armory.
to the armory. So basically, as they're hauling these two off, like basically before the door shuts, you sneak out the other way and loop around the other side of the base, making your way to the armory.
Cool.
Or kind of shadowing them because I'm assuming the officer's tent is, or the Oberst's tent is right near the armory. That makes sense, right?
Do I know that you? Do I know about Chanticleer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
with you.
probably did not shut up about it.
All right. Yeah.
God, baby, why?
Chanticleer, your wife? No, she's not gone.
My God.
Yeah.
That one I understand.
Okay.
Is I kind of don't want to leave Noah high and dry, because he did do
helped
us a
us out.
solid, and
We also
and
need to convert him away from his rankness.
Right. His rankosity.
It's like rankness, but worse.
so I'm. Oh, because he ran to get
Doctor.
the doctor.
Right.
So is he anywhere here?
Yeah, I think he's around.
Okay.
You tell me what plan you want to make here, and we'll make it work. Or at least we'll roll dice, and if that's unsuccessful, it'll be entertaining.
I kind of want to ask him if I can punch him out or something like that, just so
To
it
make it
doesn't,
look good.
just so it looks good. He did me a favor, and unfortunately, to do him a favor, he either has to come with me all the time forever now, or
You're just collecting.
yeah, just come with me if you want to live.
You're
Collecting boyfriends.
collecting reluctant boyfriends.
I don't know. Smoke and mirrors seemed pretty up for it. I didn't ask for that one.
Reluctant entourage.
My reluctant entourage. So I'm going to check in with him and see if he's okay, because I'm going to go up and help with the ground bit. So
Okay. No, yeah, that makes sense. You need to make it convincing. So,
Podcast
All right.
listeners, Rob just made a face that said, "Okay, punch me."
yeah.
Yeah, accurate.
So,
which is basically what everybody envisions when they think of actually hitting me. So,
and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the thing where it's like, okay, on 3, get him to loosen up a
Okay.
little bit. And
ein,
it's like,
zwei,
bam.
Okay, give me a fighting roll, please.
Okay. Fighting it. Da-da-da-da-da.
And a d6. Roll them both. Take the higher of the two.
6.
Nice.
7.
Okay.
You really put him out.
So that
He's only got a mild concussion.
you're going after the crown.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So
Get to the chopper.
and then
Thank you.
where do I send my dental bill? All right. So
Third Reich.
has everybody?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Not dealing in healthcare.
I'm debating between persuading the doctor to let me wear the crown or doing weird science to try to backfire her equipment and like shock her.
Weird science.
I don't know. Both of those sound pretty cool.
I'm gonna try the weird science.
Okay.
So let's Dear dice, don't suck. Thank you. Alright, that's not the worst. What am I aiming for?
4 is the
I got a 4. Okay. Very excited.
Okay. Oh, I did something wrong. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
We were supposed
Start
to do
Initiative.
Oh,
initiative.
shiz.
So we'll do it for the next
Next round.
Yeah, that's fine.
because there is a thing that you have to be aware of. So
I think we should just start the whole stream over.
Well, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, here we go.
Normally, I really only do this during board games, so I apologize. All right. So yeah, put another tick on
Get the crown.
on Get the Ground because you're like. So how do you futz with her machines?
I probably just like kick a few switches or something when I'm struggling when they're trying to put me in the chair.
Okay, you could do that. I was going to suggest, if I may.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I like the idea that as like they drop you in the chair, they strap you in, they put the thing on you, and as like Dr. Maltoni is like adjusting straps or whatever, we just see you lean back and like your eyes roll back in your head, and the crystal flares up, and all the dials and switches and things start.
Yes, that. Let's make that go.
And she turns up to the machine, turns back and looks at you.
What?
That's amazing. Okay, so this time we're going to do initiative. So go ahead and take either a card from the bottom or the top. The reason that that we're supposed to do initiative in the dramatic tasks is because
Bottom or top.
if you, or actually just draw it from anywhere in the deck, as long as you're not looking at it.
Rob said bottom or top, so I listened.
Why would you do that
okay.
ever to me?
Yeah,
Why?
I already shuffled before upset.
I swear to God, if it's a 2 of hearts again. Okay.
And if I end up with 10s this time around,
We're just gonna be like, what?
oh, geez whiz. Get off me.
Jordan,
That's
seriously,
not
stay
Jordan,
away.
Jordan.
come on.
Stay in your
Jordan.
chair.
I'm collecting boyfriends.
Not that friend.
You're great, but
Not that friend.
22. Okay.
nice, Your Majesty.
Damn right.
So the reason that you're supposed to draw the cards is that if you have a club, it becomes more difficult.
Oh, never mind. That's a spade. That's a spade. Let's call spades spades.
And a ketchup.
There's just that poker. Right
I don't
know
even know what
the card is, but I
ketchup.
feel compelled to look at it.
Oh, is this where we just wear them on our foreheads? And you put your
Okay,
card on your forehead,
so-
and I have to guess what celebrity I am.
I did that in one. When the only time I've played it. And it's like, I'm from Africa. I'm like, Cleopatra. And they're like, yes.
Dude.
Okay.
Did you bless the reins there?
Yeah, totally.
So,
Sometimes it
aces,
rains in Africa.
faces.
Oh, faces.
Ooh.
Feces.
No,
Fight.
faces.
Oh, faces.
Okay, heart. What do you got?
I got a king.
Okay, so you go first.
Okay. So, do I know where the armory is, or like, am I there, or am I still getting?
Can we assume Noah told us? Probably not.
Smell guns.
I think so. I mean, you know where you're like.
So
you're not gonna just
signs,
wander
So
out
very
like,
many of
oh,
them, you know?
I hope
Follow
I
the
find the
green
armory.
line.
Yeah.
I'm imagining
Yeah,
that
that's
that
hospitals.
you have acted that
It takes you to radiology.
you've been in the base long enough, I think, to
You're
have a
actually not
vague
wrong.
idea of where things are.
All right. So, am I still on my
That's
way
a
there, or am I there?
You tell me.
I'm there
Okay.
because it just saves time.
That's why I do that because whenever there's the because it's always like,
Your sinuses is not pleasant.
am I able to hit the guy? No, you have to run up and do it. Oh, well, that just pads out the time. And why not just cut to the cool part where you knock a Nazi the fuck out?
Mhm. So
So of course there's a guard.
right?
there is a guard.
Two
Two guards.
Oh.
You jump kick them both in the face at the same time because you are limber and a killing machine.
Well, if he rolls fighting and hits an 8, then yeah, he can absolutely take out both of those guards.
Get it, Johnny Fuse.
Do it!
Alright. Oh,
Light
fuck.
that fuse.
I don't know. Is that?
That'd be fighting.
Okay.
Boom goes
I do
the
have
dynamite.
two-fisted. Is that?
That means that normally when you
have
make an
two beers.
attack, or multiple attack, you subtract
You
minus
both
2,
guys,
but
knock
two-fisted
out another
reduces
one,
that
and don't spill a
penalty.
drop.
But because this is a dramatic task, I'm not necessarily going to worry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, make your roll, see how things go.
I got 7 and a 4.
Okay. Do you want to spend a Benny and try to hit
Get to 8.
that 8?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Don't fuck up, Tony.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I feel it.
That 6 pops.
Pop, pop, pop.
2 and 11.
Yes.
So, see, this is why I always roll it out and play it out because you never know. So,
Yeah.
Tony, do you want to drive and tell me how you awesomely take out 2 bad guys, or do you want me to?
You go right ahead.
Okay.
I'm
Pop,
still.
pop.
I'm emotionally compromised.
All right, so the 2 guards are
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Oh, we use me as a decoy, and I walk in and go, I'm sorry, I'm so lost. I was supposed to be getting back to the dining hall where I was serving the beer.
Deception.
And then I duck, and he just like
Okay. So
Exactly
okay.
like that.
No. Here's how it is. Because so you walk up and you put on your southern charm, and they're both like, they kind of look at each other, and then they look at their guns like, lady, do you not realize what you're and then you stumble forward, pull one of the pistols out of their holster, and
toss it to him.
chuck it over your head behind you, and like you see the 2 of them bring their guns to bear on you, and you hear a quick rapid pair of bang bang
Pop, pop.
as Johnny Fuse stands there with the smoke coming out of the barrel.
Johnny Fuse lights it and it goes boom. Your fuse. Boom. So,
I think as soon as you shoot, I'm like, oh god!
yeah. It was great.
Oh, I don't have any holes in me. We're good.
Yeah. I would like to. Yeah.
Jesus.
I would like to imagine that she was right in between the 2, and I was like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is like precision,
Gunnering.
Yeah, and then the 2 of you go dashing into the armory, because I believe that actually
That
locks up
puts us
that
at
first.
4.
No, he got 2.
Oh. Then yes. 5.
That's why it's a dramatic ending,
Yeah.
because it's cool.
I see.
I straight up committed murder, so we are good to go.
Double murder.
Double murder.
All right, what are you
It
doing on your
doesn't
face?
count. They're Nazis. Okay.
That is.
Yeah. I mean, I will die on that hill. Let's go occult, because I'm gonna drop some knowledge on this doctor to let her know who I really am while
Okay.
I've got the crown on.
Okay, roll it.
Right. 11.
All right. So, do you want to tell me how you're awesome?
Yes.
You look like you do.
I do.
You're like,
on.
I've prepared some a few minor remarks about my awesomeness.
Here's
I
some
got
slides.
notes.
Yeah.
As you will see here, I have destroyed Atlantia. It should be Atlantis. I've been calling it the wrong thing. Whatever. Made up anyway. Or is it? So, okay.
I think
there
when we play,
You don't know.
I think when we play Aegon, your character has to be Atlantia
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes. That's,
to continue the streak.
yeah, it's going to have to be that.
Seems okay.
Seems okay.
Doctor, I don't think you understand. I am Ptolemy, goddess of life, death, of wisdom, destroyer of the Atlantean Pantheon. I am the goddess who wreaks destruction, brings life, and shows all to everyone that I talk to. You will not learn anything from me that you do not wish to. But if you join me, you will know all. Laser show.
Get the crowd.
Well, I think she actually like starts reaching for a weapon, and that's when your bolt goes off and zaps her down.
Yeah.
All right, that's 2 left. What do the rest of you know about dinosaurs?
I know lots.
Wait, that was the last one on
Yeah.
Get the Crown, or is that that was 2?
Bingo. Dino
No, just one.
Okay.
DNA.
So yeah, we need to contact the dinos.
But that, can I roll one of those over? Because it
No.
was a raise?
Jordan!
Wow.
Jordan! Seriously! Personal boundaries. You okay with it?
It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. She'll fall asleep.
Jordan,
in a
you
minute.
have to
Jordan might be able to
request
put her wings
touch
over the
people.
chair.
Come on.
Actually, I think.
Okay,
I think it works. It's like-
10s,
He is drunk.
9.
I am a 9.
Okay.
No.
Well, I mean, not the way you rolled yourself.
So the good news is that when we cut back to you,
Your lung is fine.
your lung is fine.
I'm not quite dead yet.
I'm feeling much better now.
I feel like dancing.
I'm frankly shocked that it took the entire year for us to go on tape with some Monty Python jokes.
No.
We
no,
did
they can't.
before.
No,
Did we?
it has to
Yes.
be.
And
I
don't believe
assume.
that.
All right.
I think we had.
Actually,
I
this is like the
assume
third
so.
time tonight.
There. Okay.
Yeah, there were bunny references
But
earlier.
because they have completed the raid on the armory, you have Chanticleer with you.
So my thought.
But he went to a different place.
So my thought.
Well, but they cut. You
Because I
guys
was
came back and were
struggling.
like, "Here are your weapons, everybody."
Yeah, I was
But he
struggling.
went to get tortured with Ron Anderson.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
So
sorry.
I was struggling. So they threw me over one of their shoulders as they're carrying us to the interrogation area. At which point, as they walk past the doorway, they come out of that doorway with the weapons and just handed me my gun as I'm hanging on their shoulder.
Just limply.
Yeah.
moving.
Go live.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your skill roll here to help out then? Because you remember at this point
Dead weight.
it's to try and help contact the dinos.
Part of my thinking is that maybe we need to get to higher ground so there isn't as much building in between you.
I'm a little bit disturbed as to how much we are thinking alike right now because I was about to say that.
Boom. Because, yeah, there's building blocking.
Oh
you know?
yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure. Like reception is shit.
You need
when you're in the middle of
you
a
need a
bunker.
really good Wi-Fi signal to summon
Yeah.
some dinosaurs.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to think of a way to. I'm debating whether I'm just shooting this guy and then trying to find some stairs, or trying to convince him to take me up.
Air. Need fresh air. Feel of sun on face.
The issue is that was my first thought, but my shooting's better than deception.
Oh yeah, dude.
Play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Will.
So I think I'm just gonna shoot the guy carrying me.
Messy, but I like it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining how that works with you over his shoulder like that.
Oh no, easy.
You
just take the thing, you put
you're,
it
like,
up against his
stretching out.
spine,
No,
and
no, no. I know how to do it. Make a roll. Roll it.
You're gonna have to steal some trousers.
Let's Benny that. I got a 5, but I'm gonna.
Okay. You want to?
That was a myth.
Sounded good though.
There we go. 12.
All right. So, Johnny Fuse tosses Chanticleer to you, and even though for the past episode and a half, Buzz has been moving, as a stiff, rock-like old man, like Robert De Niro on an ice patch.
Sorry, Mr. De Niro.
No,
you're an
no,
excellent
sorry.
actor. We like you.
Fuck 'em.
Well,
That's
That's a good impression.
I'm quoting
That's a
him.
good impression.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
good.
Yeah.
No,
Great Robert De Niro.
my short sidebar was they spent all this money on de-aging him for the Irishman, and you cannot de-age his old man shuffle. Like anytime he's like younger, it's like nope, he is you can't do it. That is the wall that this technology is at right now. Anyway, but in this case, in a strangely beautiful motion, he grabs Chanticleer, drives the butt of the rifle into the back of the head of the soldier, and they tumble forward, and even before he's finished moving, boom! He fires a shot into the German soldier's chest as he comes up, and then
The recoil helps him stand.
we can throw a little Jackie Chan in there. That's cool. So I was on 7s, 6. Okay, so that's you got 12.
Yes.
So that's 3 successes.
Jesus.
Ooh.
bullet went through
I was
and into
thinking
it.
of rigging or hot wiring a Kupel wagon. Kupel wagon?
Okay.
Corporal Falcon.
Corporal? What
Okay.
was it?
Roll your repair.
Which is a yes.
No.
What D10
I'm
do I
driving
feel
a
like
car.
using, you guys? This guy.
There you go. Oh, it was funny.
Nice rolling.
Remember that time we laughed about that thing?
Yeah, that was great.
Dice change. Hold on.
And you were so mean to your dice.
That 6 popped, but if it's not better than 9.
She has high expectations.
9.
Nice.
Okay.
Plus 2, 11.
Okay.
Mr. Fix It.
So it's the two of you standing. You come running up, and you come. I think you come like full X-Men.
Yeah, I'm walking
You know.
storm, dude. Like, I'm just walking to the top of the friggin' stairs, and I'm just like,
Well, light my toes and call me a match. She's flying.
well, yeah, of course.
Hovering.
Yeah.
Hovering.
Yeah.
Floating gracefully.
And you all pile into the Kubel wagon as you start to hear as the alarms finally are going off after the sound, these pops of gunfire.
Squid attack.
Do we want to make it happen?
I don't know. I don't have my tinfoil.
And you peel out the Kubel wagon. You've got 2 successes, so you are clear out. As the toward one of the fences and hit the brakes as the gemstone of your crown flares, and you hear a
Annie, it's been so long.
as the Stegosaurus crunches up against the fencing, and each of the armor plates jam into it, and it just starts walking forward and peels it like a banana. And as you pull the Kubel wagon through, as you start to hear the pink of gunfire plinking the back of the Kubel wagon.
Fly, you fools.
And you speed out into the jungle with Annie keeping pace with you and running protection, which is great because
Is Noah with us?
No.
Okay. Very good.
She knocked him out.
Is Ronald Anderson with us?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
How embarrassing.
Sorry, guys.
riding on Annie, by the way?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Which is great because that leaves 5 people in the
Koopa
Jeep.
wagon? 6.
Or-
Because we got Joan.
No,
No.
No,
we're gonna rescue her next episode.
She's in the field.
She's translating.
We don't know where she's at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
we don't
on
know
being
anything.
pretty in her shiny hat.
You'll get her. You'll get a chance. That's what the first act of the final episode is going to be: is rescue Joan. Come on.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
If she
sorry.
doesn't appreciate it, I'm leaving her.
Right. So, the Koopa wagon with the 5 of you and Queen Regina and Annie side by side, making their way through the jungle. And Ron says, "Okay, now all we have to do is we have to make it. You guys want to? We need to get out of here, right?"
Oh, yeah, I got this. Don't worry about him.
No. I mean, we got to get to the abominable temple.
The what?
It's the
Am I turning left or right?
Before he can repeat himself, you hear
Yeti.
an explosion,
Yeti.
and you turn to look behind you as a German tank comes roaring up
Damn.
over the ridge, flanked on either side by a Koopa wagon with machine guns blaring. The chase is on, which we will resolve, I should say, in our final act of Escape from the Hollow Earth.
With lasers!
We'll do that in 10 minutes to see if the stolen Koopa wagon and the dinosaur can outrun a German tank.
She has a name.
We'll see you then.
Annie.
And welcome back to the final act of the second episode of our pulp adventure, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition game, Escape from the Hollow Earth. When we last left our heroes, they had just escaped from Fort Yggdrasil in a borrowed Koopa wagon and a top.
Borrowed or stolen?
Well,
Borrowed.
yeah. Stolen Koopa wagon
Acquired.
and atop a Stegosaurus named Annie, and are now being
Needs to
pursued.
get her gun.
Because if that wasn't enough to make you crap your pants, wait till you hear this.
Being pursued through the jungles of the Hollow Earth.
By a bear.
Well, if by bear you mean German tank, that is correct. Which I guess is close because it would be a Panzer. So, and a pair of Koopa wagons that are accompanying the tank. So, for those of you who are listening on podcast, we don't necessarily have a grid per se, but the chase rules for Savage Worlds encourage you to lay out a tableau of cards to represent essentially like areas, and so I've got something like that set up right now. The 2 green 10-sided dice represent the player characters. The 4 is the Koopa wagon that everybody else is piled on, and the 1 is the Stegosaurus that Annie is currently riding.
Yeah.
And on the card 1, the far left card to me, the 12 it represents the tank. And the 2 and the 4 of the 2 6-sided dice represent the vehicle, the Koopa wagons. So, to win, to end this scene, to have a happily ever after, you either have to make it to the end of the road here and flee, or you have to disable the vehicles that are chasing you. And that means either shooting them a lot, doing the jump and getting on there and, knocking Nazis off of the truck, etc., etc., etc.
Can I say that I put a banana in the tailpipe?
No.
Damn it.
What about a potato?
Like 2 of them.
You could do that now as an action, but not previously. So let's
Reloaded.
draw some action cards, everybody.
Bad poker face.
How exactly does soak work?
Soaking a roll.
Soaking means when you take damage, you can spend a Benny to make a soak roll, and and for every success and raise you get, you don't take one of those wounds.
Hi, I have no poker face.
I want to. Do I have to do this on my turn?
I don't
Probably
know.
not. For you? Make you tell me what I can use to make a weapon. Although I'm driving. Which is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, this is more of like an investigative thing. So,
But it says or to get out of the current predicament or situation.
well, I already did that. It's run the thing
Sure if
or
this is good or
blow
not.
up the bad guys. Like, I'll give you that one for free.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that
So-
an ace or is it a...
I think it's an ace.
What's it look like?
That's an ace.
Ace of Spades.
Ace of spades. Make the big slam.
I got the same card.
Does it require... using this card, because I forget, does it have to be... I could just play it whenever?
Yeah, just play whenever.
Okay, I'd like this to play on the tank, so like its guns are gone.
A device malfunction. Oh, okay.
Nice.
I put a banana in the.
In the tank hole.
In the tank hole.
You put a tinkle in the tank hole. The old tinkle in the tank hole move.
I mean, either... Do you guys think the gun being down would be easier, or the
Yes.
treads going
Gun.
down?
Oh.
I think the it's user error and the driver's dead.
I think jamming the main gun would probably fit here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to negate the premise of the chase of.
Right.
So.
Oh,
that-
look, no.
So the good news is that they can't use the big gun on you.
Biggest banana I could find.
Well, this is an unknown jungle.
Yeah.
A
I'm
whole
not
bunch.
sure
They
if
grow
this is a
real
good
big
idea
here.
or not.
And when it's done,
Oh
there's
man,
going to be
everybody's
fried
cashing in
plantains.
their
Well, it's the last
cards.
I mean, I've had so much fun with it. Why everybody should get in on that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
Well, it's this card is both a good and a
Yeah.
bad idea.
Yes, it is both.
Oh, no. Now
What are
today's
you
game,
doing?
Good idea,
Classic
bad
Ethan
idea.
move.
Isn't it though?
I will say, the way that I'm going to run this is if you want to hit the vehicle, you just got to hit a 4. But if you want to hit a person in the vehicle that's like riding in it, you've got to hit probably at the very least on the Jeeps and your vehicles, you've got to hit a 6, or in Sarah's case, an 8.
And then they can soak that?
So most of the people that are on the bad guys things are extras, which means that they don't make soak rolls because they're just dudes. I will say that what's his name?
Yeah, I was wondering if that would be worse for us, depending if they're all moves.
The tank commander whose name is currently buried under my stuff.
Oberst?
No, Oberst is sticking around to the till next episode, so you
Of
can
course he is.
you can kill him with the artifact, because that's how these stories are told. The guy who made the impossible shot, Lieutenant
Douchebaga.
He's not throwing away his shot.
Over Lieutenant Priebke is the
Then I'm going to not play that, because I think it might be worse.
No.
Okay. Worse for us in the long run. Since they're all...
If you can get inside the tank and his crunchy shell, that might be.
Yeah,
a good
I was
time
thinking
to
about
play
the
it.
drivers and like the gunners, but
Crunchy tank boy.
if they're mooks, then it's not worth playing that.
Okay. So, let's begin. Aces, faces. Oh, you joker.
I have an ace.
No,
That's a jack.
Ace of spades.
Oh, that's 8. Okay. All right. So Ace goes first.
Okay.
What are you
Well,
doing?
I think I'm I'm shooting.
So
Oh.
you're here. So you are relatively close to each other here. You can take a shot at those guys. You can also take support actions to help the driver too.
I'm gonna help you look for potholes.
That's good because my character does not have driving skills.
Not that great at driving. Okay. So
What
go
is
ahead and give me a notice roll.
Okay.
I think by potholes you mean
Tree.
Tree
trunks. Yeah, like this is not
pitfalls.
Mhm.
Randomizers. Yes. You talk about some 8-bit fun.
Go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Yes. Some of these are okay. So this is an 8.
And if you hit a success, she gets a +1. If you get a raise, which would be so basically if you roll a 4, she gets +1. If you roll an 8, she gets +2.
Okay. I've got a 4. Oh wait, it's a 5.
Nice.
Okay,
So that is.
so it's +1. All right. So you're basically wait, left.
Make this easier. I'm going to put my hands over your eyes and just do what I say.
Go all Star Trek on it. Everyone just
Then faces.
Me. So what is the damage on the dinosaur's tail?
The Thagomizer, you mean?
Yeah.
That's
I know. I didn't want to. Oh God. Oh, you're irritating.
Brilliantly played.
What is the damage on the Thagomizer?
was that one you knew
Nope.
from your book?
It is
Okay.
not.
Nice.
I mean, if you don't have it, that's
No,
fine.
I'm gonna go with strength D6.
Oh, so I would roll the strength.
No, it would roll a strength. So
I
it
would
would
roll strength D6. Okay. Cool.
So that would be a D12 plus a D6.
Oh, cool. I will try to see. Annie, my dear, could you please slow down just a touch and hit that tank, please, with your Thagomizer?
Okay.
Move back.
Well, so that means that you have to make a change position roll.
Okay.
Now, so this would be a riding check.
Oh. Can I just go for blasting them with my crown then?
You can definitely do that.
We'll do that first. Yeah.
So here's the thing: as the driver, you get a change position roll for free.
Okay.
But if you use it if you also spend your action to do it, you get a +2 bonus. And if you're basically if you're successful, you shift the position easily. If you fail,
Because I don't want any harm coming to Annie.
okay.
So I will. Yeah. If I think there's even a chance that she could be hurt.
Well, they're going to be shooting at her too. Like it's
I
not.
know. Yeah.
Oh, also, let me know if does anybody have a club?
No.
Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, no?
No,
What?
I got.
Think about that
You
again
know.
for a second.
I was
But you're
confident.
still unsure.
Yeah, I was confident. And
You're
then not
100%,
confident.
but not.
It's like when you're playing Cursed Court and you've got
Yeah,
both
you have to
cards and you're
check.
like,
Mhm.
I know exactly which cards they are, but yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that is the one I thought it was.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Have you met Ted?
Who's Ted? Do we like Ted?
No, that's from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
Oh.
I've been told I need to watch that show.
You probably should,
It
yeah.
starts off pretty good.
The last season, but
Just goes on too
Um,
long.
yeah.
I've been told.
Honey.
Oh, honey. That I've seen. That's funny. I've been told that Brad and I are one of the couples.
The
Marshall
only
and
couple.
Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just gonna blast with
With my ray gun.
okay. So here is I believe you have 15
Yes.
points. So that's your ammo counter. And
my
then
brain ammo.
and what are you shooting at?
I will shoot at the. Okay, so the gun is disabled on the tank at the moment. I will shoot to the left to
Kubel wagon.
the Kubel wagon.
Number 2 or number 4?
Number 4.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's the one that's behind me, right?
No.
They're all behind you.
Well, right, yeah, but like,
Directly behind you is the 2.
Okay, well, I'll shoot the 2 then.
Okay.
Shoot the 2. Final answer, 2.
Okay.
It's a 5.
Okay. So that's gonna hit the vehicle.
Okay.
So roll the damage on your blast.
6.
Okay.
It blows up and makes all of the other things blow up, and we win the day.
Big bada boom.
Bada big boom.
And Caboose won the parade. Sheila, no! Oh my god, it's a tank. Brad, it's a tank. Okay. Red versus blue.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheila, no!
6 does not harm the vehicle.
That's a bunch of bullshit, but okay.
So
Psychological damage. on
the
drive?
headlight shatters, but that's about it.
Like, yeah, they're gonna get pulled over without headlights.
I was going to say somebody's going to call in that
Jungle
violation.
cops.
Yeah,
incoming.
they will tell them they're parked in the wrong
All
spot.
right. 10s, 9.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Again?
Same exact card again.
Well, damn.
No. See, 'cause
I would
9.
like to shoot the gunner on number 4.
Okay. Take a shot.
Don't throw it away.
I got an 11.
How did? Oh, you done the
Chance of
D12.
clear.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, yep, that'll hit. That is a 12 would be.
So I should re-roll?
Well, a 12 would give you a raise, but you're still gonna hit.
Mhm.
So go ahead and roll damage, Chanticleer.
Three.
Damn.
Okay. Do you want to spend a Benny to maybe not be awful?
Last act.
Yeah.
Do you need different dice?
Do you need to spend a Benny to not embarrass yourself in front of the entire world?
9.
That's a little
better.
more like it.
Oh, wait, but the explodes on damage,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't it?
Oh, it does explode in damage as well?
Well, it doesn't matter for it does, but it doesn't matter for these guys
'Cause he's
because you got the gunner.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
if I were you, I would still keep rolling. But
Yeah, just to find out what happens.
Here, let's
Here,
do
have
that.
another D6.
Just to see how fine a mist he blows
Yeah,
up
yeah,
into.
yeah. Like, I mean, come on. Like, yeah, you made it. All right, there you go.
11.
11. That's like 1-1.
A
Boom.
mild chunky mist.
So sometimes when you're playing the fighting game, you want to keep the combo going, and you're just juggling them in the
They're
air.
already dead.
Okay.
But, you know,
Things. He goes tumbling off the back of the Jeep. That was on 7,
That was 9.
9, 8, 7.
What did you do?
just happens to get things sometimes.
And yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Those guys, soldier. Yeah, that's what I figured.
Every time he says soldier, I think of Destiny's Child. Where you at? Where you at? There's some soldiers in here. Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, anyway, no?
No.
No.
Sorry.
All
No.
right,
I
okay.
mean, it's kind of a Spice Girls girl at the
Oh,
time.
yeah, you'd still be a Destiny's Child, girl.
But I wasn't.
Is that the one with Brandy?
Jordan was.
What?
Oh, I know that. That's TLC. Right.
No.
I don't know any of this stuff.
TLC was with Left Eye Lopez. I am. I can't.
Is
even
there a
think
Right Eye
of it.
Lopez?
You,
She's dead. Rude.
Sarah,
Right,
you
I
want to
look at
choke
it.
some people out if.
Talk to Jordan. She's
After
not here
Kings
right
of the
now, but
Flood.
talk to her.
Shall I bring up the bat?
Destiny's Child was that? Yeah, Jordan, you feel me.
Okay.
No, she gives us.
Was that the one with Brandy? No, that was the one with. I can't even.
Beyonce?
I have no idea.
She did something, right?
She was in a thing at a time with some people.
There's some people.
Destiny's Child has Beyonce in it. Yes, they started out with 4, but they dropped the 4th, and then it was 3 because it was Beyonce, Kelly, and the other one that nobody really cares about.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
no.
rude.
So in other words,
It's just a way that they.
Beyonce is the Justin Timberlake of the group.
Yeah. Queen. It's Queen Bey. Like,
And to
let's
really
be
put
real.
some cobwebs on it. It's like,
Like,
the police.
don't get
'cause
me
you've got
wrong.
Sting and Stuart Copeland
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the other
yeah.
guy who,
No,
Yeah.
Kelly and Michelle are super talented as well, but Beyonce, like,
Not according to history.
no, they're really super talented. It's like a fact.
I had never heard the name before in my life.
That is.
You're also like 12.
Also, that's a lie.
I don't know
That's
if you
a
know this,
blatant
but
lie.
most of the 12-year-olds you know are like 30 at this point.
I just assume anybody who's younger than me is like 12. It's not like I really think you're 12. It's you're younger than me, and 12's a nice number. It's divided by 3 and by 4, or you can put 2 6s together, which, okay.
It's 2 raisins.
So many combinations.
You're right.
It's the Garanimals of math.
Yes, it's the animals of math. Thank you.
Oh, gosh, my gosh.
Of math. All right.
Otherwise called factoring, but that's
Whatever.
but whoever's going to use that after 6th grade.
What are we looking
I
for?
do-
I'm looking for the auto
Every
fire
once in a while,
rules.
I do it to see if I still can.
Yeah, right.
You're like, I don't know.
Hold on. Sorry.
Jeez. Or when you're doing those like mix and match things, you like you
Mounted
twist it one
combat.
way, twist the other, and then you've got a
There we
vampire
go.
who's got a mummy torso. It's crazy.
I know.
It's so weird. And then the Stegosaurus
All right, so,
is a Pythagorean. Or what is it called again?
A Thagamizer.
Thagomizer, right, because it's named after a dude.
So
It's a
the
Pythagorean
jeep that still has a gunner starts laying down suppressing fire on the Kuba wagon that has everybody in it.
Dang.
Oh, Cyril Pegasus.
MG88s are nothing to laugh at.
Aren't the bullets like this big?
Yes.
They're just super fast.
Yeah, but they're like this big too.
Wow.
No.
So
Super bad.
They're the infamous buzz. They used to be called the Devil's Paintbrush, and they sounded like a buzzsaw. Just.
Did you just double pop?
I did.
Yep.
Son of a birch.
Pop.
Son of a
Huh?
bird.
Oh, you can do
So,
that. Beyonce is.
Correct.
So I guess the question is, who are the 2 people that are in the back?
Not me. I'm on the dinosaur.
I would be back there
I
shooting.
probably would be back
Okay.
there shooting as well.
So you
You're
are.
keeping
riding
a watch
shotgun with
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chewy.
that's true. We did settle
Yeah.
that. How about
Yeah.
that? How about that? All right. So that means that
I die.
no, not yet.
You still got a lung.
You're proving incredibly difficult to kill.
You-
Somehow your kidneys are
Despite
fine.
your best efforts, you still remain alive.
You are distracted,
Bam.
and you are distracted.
Because you've never seen that bird before. Was that a gas station? Like what?
Was that a white-throated dip?
But the
Is that a blue-footed booby?
the bad guy
12
there
now.
got
Me.
a raise on you, so you're actually hit by the.
Oh, that is the noise he makes.
Yeah. That is nothing like what a punctured lung sounds like.
So
Let's see.
Okay.
what is your toughness?
Toughness is 5.
Less than 9.
3.5.
That landed on it. Wait.
3.
Wait.
3.
Wait.
Landed on a 3.
It did.
It was a 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 12. What is your toughness?
5.
So that means that you're going to. So toughness on a 5 is 7, which means you're going to take 1 wound, and you are shaken.
Like a Polaroid picture. Do you remember what those are?
Shake it.
I think
He's
this
got a
actually
pair
been
of goat
invented yet.
pants. He knows. He's
Actually,
savvy.
Oh.
No!
Psych!
You catch it in your teeth and spit it back out at them.
No, Tony played Lucky Break. Play this card to completely negate the damage from one successful attack to one character.
Oh, booyah. Good job.
So nothing
High
happened.
five, Tony. High five.
Very
Look at that
generous
team
of you.
playership.
I just imagine you just swatting the bullet out of the air.
yeah,
No. Bad nothing.
he will live despite how much he probably wants.
No, I
to
know what
die.
happened. No, I know exactly what happened.
He's begging for death.
And he goes down because the like both of you crouch behind the tailgate of the Kubel wagon, but he goes flying back because he got hit by a bullet, and you know you're like Buzz, and he's like
Coughs
He
the bullet
cuts
up.
the bullet.
no. He pats himself down, reaches into his pocket, and pulls out this gigantic Yeti finger that now has a bullet embedded in the knuckle.
Proving that Yeti are also bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sarah,
I bet you did not see that coming.
Sarah, I very rarely get to say this to you. Choke yourself. So that was on 7s, 6s. Oh wait, the other bad guys. They shot. They're riding up, and
Like a bad pair of underwear.
one of them is jumping across to try and climb on Alice
Bad idea.
or Annie. Sorry.
It's an A name.
Tiffany. Hey,
And
Tiffany.
he does.
It's
So now
a
you've
T
got.
name.
I do answer to most T names because no one can pronounce my fucking name.
Twama, Tamanana,
Tweeny,
Tamanana.
Tony, Toony, Twenty, Tony, Toony, Tanya,
Tavnai.
Tavnai.
That's great.
I'm calling you
Tasmania.
The name is Tawanda.
All right. Yeah, so that's what we got. On. So it was 7 6s, 5, 4.
4.
Hey. What's
Okay,
your
show
suit?
him.
What's
Playing
your
golf.
suit?
Spade.
Spade.
So he goes first.
I don't know what kind of gun that I have, but I would like to try to shoot out their tires.
What type of gun do you want?
You pull out your Beretta.
Like by type I mean, do you want a rifle? Do you want a submachine gun? Do you want pistols?
The howitzer?
Let's go Tommy gun.
Okay, well you
Do you keep it in a violin case?
no you have the German equivalent, which is the
He made me watch the
MP40.
whole thing.
Okay.
Um,
yeah,
it wasn't
I know
all
what you
of
mean.
it.
Yes, it was.
But
It was
either
like
way,
4
use the same
hours.
stat
It was
block.
well.
Yeah.
So are you doing a? Hold on a second.
This was like the year we met too.
Oh,
So the
man.
whole time I was just like, he loves this movie.
had
I shouldn't say that it sucks. And I was just sitting there the whole time like, oh my god, this is trash.
So I'm gonna say the target to hit the tire is gonna be 8.
Four.
8.
My friend's
Okay.
bottom over.
You have weird friends.
Now you have a
I say that fully
Hold on a
knowing
second.
I'm
because you have a weapon that
I
has
just
a
watched
high
it on
rate of
YouTube.
fire.
Like, dang,
Uh-huh.
dude.
What is the rate of fire on that?
The rate of fire is 3.
Close.
So
I still
Because he never throws anything away like that.
Okay, that needs to be burned into fire. I will help. Like, we can use it for target shooting.
Can we do it?
Maybe New Year's
Yeah.
we should have it playing in the background.
Oh, no! God! No!
Absolutely not.
Shit.
For one, it's our 20s themed party. Because it's the 20s again, y'all. Come on.
Oh, alright.
So you can fire a higher rate of fire, and basically, you can fire, and you basically take a number of shooting dice equal to the rate of fire that you shoot with it. So, like, if you shoot all 3, that means you're rolling 3 of whatever your shooting dice is. But that also does increase the difficulty because of the recoil.
Okay.
So you're kind of, it's like, do you want a short controlled burst or do you want to really like hose it down?
I want short controlled bursts.
Okay. So if you're just doing one shooting dice, that's fine. The target is still going to be 8.
You can do it. I believe in you, Tony.
Hey!
Oh my god!
Well,
That's
perfect.
good.
That pops.
Okay.
Do we only pop when it double pops?
Pop,
Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Okay. So that 10 that will hit. So that means that the driver has to make an immediate control check, which is unfortunate for him because he is only an extra, and
He sucks at control.
don't we all in some way? But
Yeah.
he's got to hit a 4 on a d6. He does.
Dang it!
But because one tire is out, that means that any of his movement or change position checks are going to be at a -2.
Yeah, suck it. Nazi.
Was it was that one? Was it the one that's on Annie or the one that's still by the tank?
Probably the one still by the tank because I feel like I have a better
Fair enough.
line of sight. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. I mean, these are abstract, so you can, you know,
okay.
as long as you're in the same thing. Okay. So it was 4. You got a 4. Who else had the 4?
I had a face.
Tony had a 4 and you had a 4. I
Okay.
thought Tony went first.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
So that's the tank. The tank is going to.
Suddenly burst into flames.
It's going to hell.
Attempt
Going
to
hell.
fire because they don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say
My
that could be
fucking tank
hilarious.
popped.
Why doesn't my gun work?
Pop. Pop.
Like,
And normally the Jeep would be able to outrun a tank very quickly, but because this is, you know, broken jungle ground, it is able to catch up. And the treads are like, you can feel the dirt kicking off of them as they roll up onto
I got a floor. Pedal to the metal, Commander.
to the thing.
All I can think of him is leaving the space station.
Oh, that was so.
I love that movie so much.
Which movie is that in?
Galaxy
Galaxy
Quest.
Quest.
Oh,
How
right,
do you-
yeah.
It's actually on
come on.
VHS behind you back there.
Oh, right.
Um,
Dude, I love that movie.
I found another stack of VHS as well, so reorganized in the basement.
Now I just need to find my cassettes because we have a cassette player
I
again.
have a ton of video cassettes.
Okay. You're driving the
Yes,
Jeep.
I am.
Give me
doing that.
a
drive check?
maneuvering roll. So yeah, a
Maneuvering.
drive check.
That's a new.
I don't have that either.
So that's going to be
Two
d6.
D6s.
No, 1d6, 1d4,
D64.
A duel.
and then -2 to whatever total. And this is an opposed thing.
12 hours battery life.
Mine has to be plugged in.
I take the higher?
Yep.
Okay. -2. 3.
Okay. So he is going
Or
to.
do I need to?
Oh, you can only get 1 point better on this.
But then I would pop.
Or your 4 could pop.
Sure.
Burn them.
All right.
Drive it like you stole it.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Now got to burn more.
No.
All right.
I'm gonna need them when I'm actually driving. Double fail. Unpop. Oh.
The tank tries to basically roll over you sideways. So in a panic, you have to hit the brakes and shift as it rolls in front of you. I think. Yeah, we're gonna do that. 2 Nazis crawl out of the tank and get their machine guns out and start firing back at you.
This all fucks up the plan.
Dang
I had.
it.
They both
That's what I was gonna
hit
do.
the
vehicle?
the vehicle. What was what's the damage on your machine gun?
It
Is
is
it 2D?
Kelly. Huh?
2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
Good.
What is the
I picked up what you were putting down.
Yeah.
Smell what you're stepping in.
I don't know if you need to buy each other a Coke or what. But I'm sure whatever it is, it's not very tasty.
It's just flipping weird. Wow, my dice look really different. Like there's more purpley in them.
Better light.
Yeah.
We upgraded.
Okay.
I can see.
So they've got to hit. They've got to hit a 10 to damage the Jeep, and they both hit.
Leave my Kugel wagon alone. Kugel.
That one does not. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Kugel?
Ready?
Dang, Rob! That was 2 4s. I'll take that too.
Yeah. All right, and that's second hit. So, machine gun bullets tear across the hood of the vehicle, but leave it otherwise unharmed. 3, 2, 1.
3.
Okay.
3.
Okay. What are you doing on 3s?
Driving.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that driving roll.
Badly.
Now, if this is the only action you want to take,
Yeah.
you can add a +2, which basically
And
can't.
Jenny helped me, so that's
Right.
another
So that's a
+1.
+1. So if you take your full action driving,
Yeah.
that gives you a net +1 to this
I
roll.
think that's what I'm doing, because
Okay.
that's the only way this is going to go even remotely well. 6.
4 pops.
Oh, the 4 pops! 6.
Okay. So that means that you come around along the other side of the other Kugelwagen and are now all there. All right.
Seems like a better position to be in.
So, to make this go fast, we're gonna do.
Leave the cards on the deck and just pass a new.
Well, pass dead cards this way, back to me. No, around this thing, and then you start pulling your new card.
Well, it took more time to explain.
Well, either way, now that we know how we're doing this,
Yes,
it'll go
next
fast.
time. Next time.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do my plan.
Well,
Oh, fuck me.
Seems inappropriate.
And the dinosaur you rode in on.
Oh. Yeah.
So I would like to point out that I did get a club.
okay. That means that on your
I also
action,
got a club.
Are there jokers in this deck?
Yes.
that also means that if on your
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
on your action, a complication occurs they have to deal with.
God, diggity dang it.
Schnitzel!
Okay. Aces. Faces. Okay.
Just nap under the table for a
Yeah,
bit.
me too.
I got a king of.
King of,
That's not a king.
That's a jack. Yeah. That's
I got a jack of clubs.
Kings always have beards.
Because they're old.
You have a face card too?
No.
Oh, I thought somebody else had a face card.
I do. Queen of spades.
Okay, so king goes first. That is the tank. Which means they're going to try and smash into
Annie.
Annie this time.
Tank smash.
Or you can move and let it come over to me.
Give it to me. I'm fine with that. I just.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Taking a nap and then I'll be back.
Looks like he will hit.
No!
Why?
So on a ram action, both participants cause the following damage to each other. So you roll 4d6 on me, and
Okay.
they're going to roll 5d6 on you.
What? How is a dinosaur less than?
A tank.
Their toughness, the tank's
Because
toughness
it's
is
a
higher
living
than
thing
the
and a
dino.
tank
Yeah.
doesn't live, so it doesn't feel pain. Pain hurts.
Duh.
That's what I'm saying. So the tank can't feel it, but the dinosaur can. Do you need math?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Just waiting.
Waiting for
You?
me. All right.
No, Godot.
Ah, yes.
Guffman?
Guffman.
All right. My damage was 19 to the your toughness is 20.
Okay.
So it doesn't hit. What is your roll to me?
17.
My toughness is 24.
Dang.
So the tank and the Stegosaurus clash into each other, and you know there are a few gashes of metal and a few chip. You know, like one of the Stegosaurus's like plates, like it gets busted like a fingernail, but no actual damage occurs.
Broken nail.
Can I just say that I'm so excited you just said that sentence? The tank and the dinosaur clash. Like,
all right, Queen, what are you doing?
I am
Part-time queen.
I'm continuing to help drive because I think that is the probably most effective use of my time.
Okay.
And for that one, it was an 8 and a 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
you can do it!
I got a. What did I need?
4.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay. So you're gonna take another +1.
Yes.
Then any other faces? All right. Your club. Where are you? You are here. Hurt.
And I'm distracted. So this is a whole bunch of fun.
So it's all considered a trait roll. Everything?
Basically everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Except like damage rolls or
Okay, that makes sense.
stuff that obviously isn't.
Hey, that's really smart. You circled the dice thing.
Can I use this to find a shortcut?
Unless
Wrong.
It's erasable.
I know.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's not my turn for a really long time, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just played it now, right?
fuck yes.
I'm not gonna make you wait till your turn.
No.
So tell me about your shortcut. What cool stuff do you do to?
Notice a really flat looking log off to the side, and I swerve and like the scene in Spice World when they go over the bridge.
okay, wait, what?
Or the Blues Brothers.
you know the Spice World, the most iconic
we were
movie
talking
ever.
about the Spice Girls like a minute ago.
Yeah, when you said you didn't know Beyonce was part of Destiny's Child.
No, I was the one that said, wait, wasn't Beyonce one of them? And anyhow,
Hey, anywho.
regardless, like in
Get
the
on
Blues
with
Brothers, like in the Blues Brothers.
Get on
Okay.
Right off the
And I go up the ramp, and you see that moment of just sheer panic of, oh my god, I broke the car while we're halfway through the air. But then we land, a number of yards ahead anyways.
Cool. I like it. Okay. So that was your +1. Your complication.
Uh-huh.
So you really have
Go
to
ahead and
keep-
give me a
You accidentally wee all over the side.
Now you're damp. Rash.
And it's quite uncomfortable.
I am chafing.
Chafing.
go ahead and give me a athletics roll here.
Oh, that face.
And you're at a -2.
Then my best is a 3.
Okay, you need a 4.
Do better. He did not better.
Can I?
Nope. Other.
He did less than better.
I did poorly because I also have a -2. Right there.
So
Less than
I'll
well.
give you the option.
Yep.
Do you want to have fallen off of the Jeep during the magnificent jump and fallen onto the tank?
Yes!
That could not have gone any better for going back.
That worked out great.
It was very good bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow! That was an incredible.
So you guys land and you're like,
I'm proud of
where's where's Johnny? And then
Hey, anybody seen Johnny?
and then we cut to the tank, and he does the Spielberg sit up of like.
Yippee-ki-yay!
There's a German soldier with a pistol out on you from the opening of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
But that's your action.
You have
So
an
there
action
you
now.
are.
Oh, I have an action.
You have an action.
Oh, okay.
So much is happening. All right. So I would like to disarm him.
Okay, that's a fight and roll, I
He
think.
would like to remove his arms.
Do a joint lock and just slap the elbow and grab the wrist, and then you can pop the gun out of his hand.
So to disarm. It's a called shot, which means you got to hit a 8 probably.
You got this.
You can do it!
Plus the distracted is
-2.
10.
Get it. Get it.
Do it! Maybe not today.
Well, no, that just means that instead of like you're
Are
doing
we locked in one of those?
you're doing the wrestle.
Cora,
yeah.
core.
Oh, okay.
Grapple. You're grappling.
And the good news is that the tank already went this turn, so they don't.
Yeah.
They,
And I'm no longer distracted.
right, because your turn is now over. So
Cool.
give me that back.
See, sweet.
Because this turn of events
'Cause
has
somehow-
has woken you up.
Yeah. You're fighting over.
I'm really focusing for some reason. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
How did we
Okay,
get here?
10, 9, 8, 9. The bad guys go. This time, they're going to shoot suppressing fire at you on the dinosaur.
Fun sentence, though.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that's a less fun now.
So,
You said her armor was a 20, right?
well, no, that's suppressing fire doesn't damage.
Oh.
But it does make you distracted.
Me?
No, her.
Oh. I was like, I'm not even over there.
So go ahead and give her that card. Yes, and then this guy, I think he's going to make a jump to try and jump onto your vehicle.
You will not.
He does not.
Yes.
So
Can I like punch him while I'm driving?
Is it one of those videos of the cats trying to jump to a counter? Do you ever watch those where they just...
no, I think what happens, I think he accidentally Duke Boys it across the hood off the other side, and
Hey, I think you missed.
and he probably gets run over by the tank.
I call that a Mammoth Johnson special.
So he's like, ha, boo, and he just goes squeak.
And then
Do you hear the Wilhelm scream? Ah!
Yeah. All right. So that was 7 or 9s. 8, 7, 6,
I got 6.
6.
6. I would like to shoot the guy on the tank that just popped out and is pointing a gun.
Okay, so you're
At
shooting
things.
at the one that Tony's wrestling
Grappling.
with?
Yes.
Doing a good
Okay.
Glad you
So-
continue the sentence because when you said I'd like to shoot the guy on the tank, I'm like, I'm on the tank.
that's me. I warrant you.
All right. That means that you. So the target is
In melee.
6
Mm-hmm.
plus the melee. Because if you're shooting on top of a moving vehicle, it's a -2 unless you have a special.
I do. It's called Steady Hands.
You do? Oh, so then the target is 4 fancy pants. And then shooting into melee.
Shot him right in the melee. It was an ugly scene.
Got him right in the melee, dead.
Shooting into melee is my favorite thing. He's like, ha, ha, Who am I gonna hit? Probably not who I
So basically, shoot into melee is if you roll a 1 on your shooting die, you hit him.
Nice.
Don't roll a 1.
And then also I'm distracted.
Oh, good.
And my eyes
Well,
are
but
closed.
that just means that means that your target is back up to 6.
Yeah, so my target is
Toss
6.
me the Yeti finger.
Yeah, do that again.
Was I shot?
No.
You weren't, but you might be this time.
Great.
Is that your last Benny?
Yep. That was worse.
No, it was better. The other one was straight 2s.
Yeah.
I got a 6. Because I have 5
Oh
plus
yeah,
1.
because everything. Okay, yeah, that hits.
Oh.
So roll the damage. Roll Chanticleer's damage. So I think.
Pop, pop! 15.
15.
You're now covered in that guy who was fighting
Ooh.
with you.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, you wrestle, and then he goes flying back and tumbling inside the thing as you have the gun in your hand now because
Sweet.
Chanticleer just took an eye. That was on 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s. Who's left to go?
I'm gonna do one of those Captain
Of
America.
clubs!
Yeah.
3 of clubs.
Okay, so
I'm driving.
of clubs means
Complication.
Hope you weren't drinking any of that beer that you were serving.
I mean, I dumped it in someone's lap, so wasn't much left. So
I, on the other hand, am loaded.
So I think the tree's clear and you're headed right at a cliff.
oh, good.
So go ahead and give me a driving roll.
Do you turn or you jump it?
Okay, we're gonna.
How many pterodactyls?
like-
How many pterodactyls does it take to lift a car?
African or European
If I
pterodactyl?
hit the angle right, I just sort of skip
balancing
across
on a
the
bit of string.
pterodactyls like a stone on the river. If you fail this, we roll on the critical failure roll.
No.
Critical failure.
That was a Benny being dropped. She's now up for this next roll. She's concentrating. Oh, she's
switching out die
switch
again.
dice. She's switching to the iron.
Ethan would be really good at
Let's-
golf combat.
Let's watch her approach.
I'd be
Quiet.
more like
Quite like to hear the grass grow.
Oh, and she did
That
do a
popped?
pop.
I feel
There's
like I
another
would
4 on the
not
field.
Be good at golf because I'd just
Oh.
get
7.
real excited.
Almost
when
another
anything
pop.
happened.
Didn't
Minus
quite make
2.
it though.
5,
Plus 1.
6.
Okay. Then you hit the brakes and then are yeah and so you're now driving along the edge of the cliff, and I think we do see a couple of pterodactyls like start to swing back the other way. So now you can make your position change roll.
Okay. I'm gonna swap this d6 for a better d6.
You're gonna move
Let's
your
do-
time.
Didn't you just use that once?
Yes.
But
Okay,
it was a
She's gonna squeeze out
it
all
was
the
a
juice.
2, and I don't have a dice tail right now because he broke. Okay.
Oh my gosh! Maybe just quit punishing your
4?
dice.
Minus 2 is 2. 2.
Okay, that means that. Well, are you using your full action to drive?
Yes.
Then
4.
So do we give back distracted?
Y'all, I need to be
yeah.
able to like
at the end of the turn. Yeah.
MacGyver things here and
Right? Isn't that
not
what it
get
says
a
on
nat
the card?
chance.
Yeah, and then that's the turn.
Yeah. Well, it's your turn. You did your thing, so you're all set. Okay, Sarah, what are you doing?
I will attempt to laser beam the tank again,
If I may suggest,
or
Take down the
move.
smaller
Maybe I'll
parts first.
move. Is
if
moving-
I may suggest, the driver is the only bad guy in that Kuba wagon.
Yeah, we'll go for the Cooper wagon.
Okay.
Whatever.
So go ahead and give me a bolt roll. How many points are you spending on this? Remember, you're spending points, right?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
only shot once, so I've only spent 1 point. Oh, can I spend more points to do more bolts in one turn?
I think it says on the card, does it not?
Bolt sends damaging bursts of energy, streaks of holy light, or shards of matter towards one's foes. There are no range penalties, but arcane skill roll is affected by cover, illumination, and all other usual penalties. The damage of the bolt is 2d6 or 3d6 with a raise. Says
I'm
not.
trying to think of. So I feel like in. Okay. If you spend more PowerPoints, if you spend 2 more PowerPoints when you use it, you hit for 3D instead of 2. And then.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that's an option.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just spend 3 then, and that'll bring it to higher damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do that after?
No, you gotta spend
Okay.
all your PowerPoints at
Okay,
once.
we'll do it. We'll spend all the PowerPoints at once. This sounds good.
She's got the power.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
It was a pair of ones.
Oh, a pair of ones. You can't any a pair of ones. That's a critical
Can't you?
failure.
Oh, okay.
Right? They were both ones?
They were
Yes.
both ones.
I believe this is where you die, Sarah.
Does the dinosaur trip?
Do you go over the handlebars on a Stegosaurus?
Apparently. Didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is.
No. Her bolt lights up, her eyes light up, she starts to levitate off of Annie, and then disappears in a flash of light.
Whoa! That's it!
Happens.
Does Annie come with me?
Annie, like, as soon as you're off Annie, she slows down, and there's a very perplexed German, like, why are we leaving the chase?
What?
Go, dinosaur. Go.
Okay, so, past the discarded cards.
Well, my next turn is done, so I'm not distracted anymore.
Well, I think you are, but not that way.
Yeah, I don't even know where am I here. Still here? Oh my god, am I?
Oh, you hanging out with my boyfriend?
Which one?
Oh my god, I might be.
Smoke and mirrors.
Ah, okay.
We did get that travel stone, right?
What? Travel stone.
From the mirror. Smoking.
Actually, I think he held on to that one and gave us
Did
a
he?
bunch of the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
because we had to prove ourselves first.
Yeah.
So,
Prove yourselves worthy.
you know, dance off. Okay, that's what I would think. But
I challenge you to a dance-off.
Oh, he danced back.
Oh, man.
It's on.
They're breakdance fighting.
All right, aces.
Ballet fighting is better.
Faces.
Ooh,
All right,
King
King of Diamonds. What are you doing?
He rich.
King of Damons.
King of Diamonds.
Matt Damons.
We're driving still
Okay.
because that cliff, that was an eye opener.
that was something. And
Does
We're,
anyone know how to drive?
I like that. Like, you're like, fuel.
Yeah.
we're running on empty, y'all.
No,
Uh-oh.
that's
You got all of those.
You got all of those.
You can't. Oh wait, no, you can't when it's a critical failure.
Did you double one?
I am not the only one. I am
done
so
did.
sorry.
How can she epically fail watch keeping?
She tells you to go a direction that's incorrect.
levitate?
Yeah, I levitate and I disappear. You better hope that I
Oh.
didn't take out the whole car, because
Oh,
No, it's this is easy. You're like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even. And then you swerve to hit or to avoid hitting a tree as Amy is apologizing, and that's when you tip out of the Jeep or of the Kubel wagon and are now hanging on for dear life.
Oh, okay, hanging on. Okay.
As like because
Like,
if you
where's
let
Regina? Oh shit!
yeah
Hold on,
no, I like that better. Is you watch her and
Don't
you're
let
like,
it go.
what just happened? And then
Clothesline by branch.
yeah, you get clotheslined by a branch, and
I make your noise.
yeah, why do we do that? You are
we're just putting fuel on the flame right now. Yeah, Rob, give us more terrible things that happen.
And
How can I make this worse? Oh, I know.
Here I have an idea.
But am I still in the car?
yeah,
Okay.
but I like the branch idea better, so we're gonna do that because that's a little funnier and less like.
And I think I don't even notice right away. I'm like, Amy, you see anything? Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Did you see that bus?
Did you see the dinosaur disappear?
Did somebody get the number of the Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Was that a reindeer?
Milk bad choice.
So 10s. 9.
Diamonds.
Okay.
I'm driving.
Okay.
that you
Without the
are.
benefit of a net, here we go.
Okay. Oh, it popped! 9 minus 2 is 7.
That's still pretty good.
No, okay, so here's something interesting. If you, again, if you're focusing, that cancels out the -2. Is that what you're doing?
Yes. So 9. Can they even hit us from there? Oh,
yeah.
shit, you're back there, though.
Don't worry about me.
He can teleport.
I can't not worry about you!
I got
I
secret
have
killing
a
machine
plan.
skills.
Which is why I was super stoked to be tossed onto a tank.
But I don't know that!
Tawny,
Yeah.
breathe.
I can't leave him back there.
Tawny, you'll be fine.
Worry
I can't.
about
It'll be
her.
good.
She's
It'll be fine.
being dragged.
I'm probably
No.
bleeding
She's just-
on you.
Sitting on the side, guys. There's a bird.
Oh.
Actually, let's pulp this up. Pulp it up. Pulp it up. So you're like Amy, and she's about to slide off out of the thing. So you've got her in one hand, and you're wheel in the other. Yeah. And I think you take a jump across a gorge that you were completely not expecting.
I'm just screaming.
And nail it perfectly, but nobody saw you, and nobody will ever believe that you did that.
Damn it!
All right, those 9s, 8s. On 8, they have a complication to deal. Actually, both the remaining Kugelwagen and the
spades?
tank drew spades.
They were aiming to hit the dinosaur, but then the dinosaur disappeared, so they hit each other and they both
Please tell me
exploded.
who's ever driving the tank has a
That's-
heart
No,
attack.
I thought the dinosaur was still there. I think you're the
It did,
only
but
one.
it slowed down and dropped between them.
It dropped out of the race.
Out of the race.
Yeah.
It's gone.
That's what I'm saying.
So
While it
Anna's
passed,
Oh yeah.
they turned to aim.
When it puts the brakes on, they shoot each other.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Crisscross.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on.
Gonna make you
Everybody
jump.
clap
There
your
you go.
hands.
I don't know what
It
it's not.
has been a weird night.
Is that the group with Beyonce in it?
It was the group of Beyonce in it.
Not gonna let it go anytime soon, Johnny.
If Jordan was here, she'd be on your side, but she's
Right.
not. So
Well, she is. She's just back here.
she's napping.
She's having a smoke
bat
back
there,
behind the chair.
She with her pretty hat.
smoking a pancake.
A bung and a blend.
So that's actually what happens.
That's
As
She has
a blonde
so
foot.
these two are okay. The lead Kugelwagen, Annie's swings her tail out and smashes through the windshield of it and starts dragging him.
Yeah,
back.
that's my girl. I love Stegosaurus.
So what that means is, incidentally, Tawny, on your next action, because they are 4 cards away,
We escape without Mr. Fuse.
no, you can make a roll to escape.
But then we can escape without Mr. Fuse. What happens then?
Well,
Yet she doesn't care that I've disappeared.
I mean, we'll figure that out later. But he's back there on a tank with a bunch of
we'll
ground.
have to see what happens when his card comes up.
I am.
Yeah.
I got this
4,
So I mean,
3.
You skipped-
I got,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you skipped a few.
Yeah.
I did. I'm sorry. 8, 7. Okay, what are you doing?
7.
We might have a tank.
I would
now.
like to jump in and take over driving the tank.
Okay, give me a fighting check.
Okay, let's
Fight goodly.
So, are you fighting the person driving right now?
yeah, let's go.
So, should I now play this card?
Which is
Can't use.
at the beginning of a combat round.
Okay. So,
Are you popping that shit?
That was like his
Are you
fucking
kidding
18th
me right
pop.
now, dude? Are you kidding me right now?
It's only a 25. You can hit that.
Should I even bother?
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
roll into it.
Okay, I got my best was a 4.
Okay.
You didn't fail.
So much for your plan.
No, you.
It was
well,
a great plan.
you drop in and pre-key immediately just knocks you down, and basically I think you're doing the it's the classic Indiana Jones versus the big beefy guy fight where you are getting housed and just clong. Americans always think that they are good fighters, and they are not. You are fools. He kicks you in the ribs and smashes your face against the thing.
Yeah, well, your mom's fat.
My mother is ein saint.
That's why he rolled so well. You pissed him off.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta bring out the mom jokes. Come on.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
We're getting low on time here. So, who has actions left?
I do.
I do, but I'm disappeared, so...
Do you have a particularly epic action, or were you just going to take a shot?
I was just gonna take a shot because that's
So-
what I do.
Tony, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you want to activate a cliffhanger?
Yes.
Cliffhanger engaged.
No, I think it's Tony. Because wham, clang, thump, and we see Fuse flop into frame, and he's bloodied and busted up, but he's within reach of the trigger of the jammed tank gun.
Sweet baby J.
What do you have a pithy quip to say before you pull the trigger?
I may not be tough, but you sure are dumb.
Something cool.
He just said his mother is a saint.
Americans think that they know how to fight. Yeah, but we always know where the guns are.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm just like, I'm the guy. I basically do the whole Ash, good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun.
And the turret of the tank explodes, ending the chase.
That's super bad.
And I'm back there in the rearview mirror going, fuck, 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 fuck.
And I'm in the
And I go like
Did we win?
U-turn, and I'm going back to try and get him.
is where we end our on an excellent pulp cliffhanger
Well done.
brought to you
Tony.
by Rabba and Tonia. And
I answered that.
we'll be back in 10 minutes to handle our advancements for everybody, because everybody's still gonna live, don't worry. And please stick with us, because tonight I am announcing our one-shot schedule for next year here on Theater of the Mind Player, so stick around if you want to hear that. And welcome back to our codex of our second episode of Theater of the Mind Players, the Escape from Hollow Earth, featuring the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. I think we have an excellent cliffhanger to deal with, which is going to be happening next week. Normally we take 2 weeks in between our shows, but because of holiday rescheduling, we kind of had to reshuffle a little bit here. So our series finale / season finale is going to be next week on Twitch, and then we'll be getting the episodes up and out of here hopefully before the holiday for everybody to listen to have something to listen to while you're driving to your relatives again, and
Or for your secret headphone at that holiday dinner.
right.
That's a really good idea.
Make sure you do not buy the $60 Airbud cords to tip people off. Just have the butt in there
Yep.
and
Yep.
yeah. No, Grandpa, that joke about Obama was really funny.
Wear
That's
a
what I was
knitted
laughing.
cap.
Yeah.
Man,
You just gotta have
great
hair.
life hack,
Yeah.
Ethan. Thank you. But speaking of Christmas, we're also very excited because while we are away, we're going to be releasing some extra content that we originally put out for our Patreon subscribers, and they were very generous to basically say, yeah, we'd like to listen to it first, but we eventually want to get it out there. So we're going to put out our 2 Star Wars episodes, which we're calling our Merry Sithmas gift to our listeners. So that way you won't be devoid of everything while we get ready for our next year. And we finally got our schedule mostly locked, because you never know, but
Lock and load.
at the very least, we've got the game selected. We just have to figure out where and what pieces we go. We'll talk about what games that we're playing for one shots tonight, and then you gotta listen to our final show to hear what we have planned for our series next year. So we're
Gonna be some good surprises.
we're doing 4 one shots and 4 5-episode series next year, as opposed to the variable lengths, because we got a lot of great feedback from our surveys and from our Patreons, and they all were like, we want you to do longer shows. And we want to be able to do longer shows, but we still want to showcase a bunch of great RPGs that are not Dungeons and Dragons. So we felt that 5-episode runs were a good compromise of, this way you're getting into the characters and you like them, and we're enjoying playing them and figuring out what they do. But we also are able to get out and, if we think of it as, it's essentially an English television series. It's 5 episodes, and then we move on to the next series. But before we do that, I do want to get our mechanical bits done here tonight. After the end of every session of Savage Worlds, you get an advancement, and you can spend that advancement in one of several different ways. You can gain a new edge. You can increase a skill that is equal to or greater than its linked attribute by 1 die type. You can increase 2 skills that are lower than their linked attributes by 1 die type each. You can increase an attribute by a die type, but you can only do that once per rank, so once during the run of the show. Or you can remove a hindrance, but that's no fun. So hopefully folks are thinking about what they want to do as far as advantages or skills or things like that. I find that skill bump is very valuable, just because it's good to have a little bit of skill in a lot of different areas, so you're not hoping, we're driving on that steering wheel in a prayer that Tawny was doing tonight for.
I think Dottie learned to drive.
I think so too. So now
that put me at a D4.
That puts you at a D4, but now you don't have to worry about the -2. So, and then what other skill do you think you're going to raise? Because you get to raise 2 that are under the attribute. So probably one of your lower ones.
What does drive go off of?
Agility.
Um,
You might want to raise ride, since you were dino riding.
What does fight go off?
I believe that is that strength?
That's strength, I want to say.
I may bump my persuasion. I have a different version
Actually,
of
fighting goes
persuasion
off of
than anyone
agility.
else, but yeah, I'm gonna bump persuasion as well. I
Okay.
feel like pouring that beer
It's
on that
right.
Nazi really
Well, you get one more.
learned
if
me how to
that's-
persuade
6.
people.
No, you can't. You have to do 2 separate ones.
Oh,
You can't
okay.
do one. So it's got to be riding something else. Jenny, what are you thinking about?
I'm gonna bump the riding,
Okay.
because I have a feeling that's gonna come up, and I'm also gonna bump pilot in case that comes up.
Okay.
Because I got a rep to
probably gonna
protect
come
now
up. I feel like
that it's
that's-
happening.
Now that we have revealed the secret of Jenny's character,
I better know what I'm doing, because I don't want it to be like.
which,
Oh, well, no,
which is funny because when Jenny pitched me the idea of playing Amelia Earhart, she was like, "Is that going to hit? Like, what's the year?" And I'm like, "The 30s." Like, I'm not really gonna like. We're gonna be dealing with riding dinosaurs. I'm not really concerned about super historical fidelity here. So let's say late 30s, and that should have just about covered it. Tony, what are you thinking about?
Well, first of all, I'm not seasoned, am I?
No.
Okay, crap. I was thinking about then taking a driving skill because I'm in a tank,
Okay.
and I don't know if I'm driving that tank or not.
Yeah. Quick, download that skill before you get behind the wheel.
Then you have to bump one other thing as well. You have to. You... Makes it sound like a bad thing.
Let's see. What?
I would basically bump anything that you already have a D4 in.
Okay. Then that's either common knowledge, notice, persuasion, intimidation, or language.
I feel like intimidation would be good for you.
All right. Bump that up to a D6.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Does everybody have their things picked?
Does persuasion go off spirit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote it in when we...
Okay.
All right, so our advancements have been made. So next year, that means we're doing 4 series and 4 one-shots. And the one-shots that we currently have planned are as follows. Now, these are subject to change based on a variety of different things, but this is what we want to do coming into the year. If, like, I don't know, somebody gives us $1 million to do a...
It would take a lot
Wendy's.
less than that if you're interested.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe hundreds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple hundred?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone wants to give us
Keep us in
hundreds of
mind.
dollars, we might change our mind.
Right. But as of right now, we are going to be doing a one-shot of Bulldogs, which is a fate-based space scoundrel game that I think really touches on the three of the 4 big F's of space smuggler games of Farscape.
No.
Well, Farscape, Firefly, Futurama. Bulldogs is a game where you basically play the crappy space crew on the crappy space cruiser, and you take all the jobs that nobody else wants to.
Pretty crowded in my sky.
Archer in Space is also is kind of how it ends up playing.
Can I play a murder bear?
You absolutely can.
Yes.
There's a very tiny, we'll talk
We'll
about
get
that.
there.
So that's one.
It's great.
The next one that we're going to be or the second choice we have is City of Mists or City of Mist. Sorry. And that is a modern day noir game set in a world that I tend to describe as American Gods in Tim Burton's Gotham City.
So my headspace.
A little bit.
Okay.
Each player is going to make a character that is a mix of the mundane and the mythical. So you're going to get to choose a myth. You're going to get to pick powers and abilities from that myth and kind of remix it. But you're also going to have to pick sort of the mundane things that anchor them to reality, because part of the game is maintaining the balance between both. Lean towards the myth too much, and you become an avatar, and you basically are like, I don't care about what's happening in the city. I'm too busy being the god of thunder. See you guys later. Go too far towards the mundane, and you forget about your mythical self entirely. And I'm just a common school teacher. I don't know why I have this affinity for hammers.
Can I be a unicorn?
Possibly. Like, mythical creatures is something that they talk about. Ideally, you should be choosing something with myth or legend, and the game tends to be a little more flexible as far as, like, even if something like Sherlock Holmes or
King Arthur.
King Arthur, something like
If we have an
that.
idea, do we throw it out there right now, or is it?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Zero session.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll save that for the 0 session. And it's interesting because it's much like Blades in the Dark is an evolution of PBTA games.
That's Powered by the Apocalypse.
Part of the Apocalypse. So is City of Mist. It has that same 10 plus, 7 or 9, 6 minus spread, but the way that it gets there is a different path. And I think it's a very interesting implication. Speaking of PBTA games, the next game that we'll be doing is Worldwide Wrestling. I love that Sarah is very excited about these, even though I told
Yeah.
them about
We all do.
I forgot.
She's
I'm just
It's okay.
really happy.
Might have to break the Zoya costume back out.
That's fine. So, I am a professional wrestling fan. I think that it is basic storytelling done well when it's done very well, and it's also a wonderful stunt exhibition. Regardless of whether they're throwing a fake punch or jumping off a ladder through a flaming table, you see some amazing feats of. I can't believe it.
Video.
What's that?
That's
Send me
all the
that
time.
video.
What video?
That's all the time.
Flaming
Jumping
through
down
the.
flaming table.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Okay,
You have
we need to watch
Well,
some wrestling.
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Girl, the
My mom
man.
dated the Road Dog.
yes.
So-
You need to watch the man.
Especially since women's wrestling is going through a real life renaissance in addition to
Amazing.
Glow. Like,
It's
and that's
beautiful.
really that's sort of the idea of the show, is how Glow shows both the wrestling side of things and the real life side of things. That's what this game is about, and that's why I like it, because it's not about, oh, I hit this guy for 5 points of pretend damage. Is our performance engaging the audience? Am I getting popular? What happens when I get injured during a match? Do I work through it and stay popular, or do I take time off, but then somebody else takes my spot? Like, really, the game uses wrestling as a framework to talk about the drama of performance.
It's so good.
So it's a ton of fun. It's very brilliantly designed. It's one of my favorite Powered by the Apocalypse designs.
Make her watch stuff about Becky Lynch.
We will get the
We'll
playlist
remember
going.
that after tonight.
Well, not right now. Like,
I'm
I'm
writing
frankly
it down.
surprised that
Cool.
Ethan isn't like just curled up under the table. And then the last
wrote it down,
game
it's fine.
that is on the list, but likely one of the first games that we're going to be playing, is a game called Zweihander. Zweihander is a grim and perilous RPG that's a throwback to kind of a darker, more low fantasy setting. And I pick this game because the character creation process is bonkers.
It is.
There are a ton of charts that you roll, like height, weight, eye color, but you also randomly roll your profession, and you randomly roll your like merits and flaws and things like that.
It's super
And
cool.
I think it's going to be really, really fun to play, because I think that's going to force everybody at the table out of their comfort zones. Not just Tawny, even though she's been very anxious about this.
So nervous, you guys.
Tommy, it's
but
gonna be
I
fine.
like researching.
But everybody is going.
Troll.
Everybody is going to be pushed a little bit out of there, because you're not going to play the type of character that you're normally going to play. So I think that's going to be a fun exercise, but it's also going to be a one shot. So even if it sucks, which I don't think it will, it's only one game. And the world, I think, is also is more akin to something along the lines of The Witcher, as opposed to like a high fantasy. D&D. Oh, we've got crystals and magic and things. Is that okay? You're back to the table now. Yeah. You're like, okay. How many Geralts do I bang? And
Can I be Geralt?
yes, you can. Didn't
theory.
I sent you that thing?
It just depends on what I roll.
No, that part. So
We'll talk about it. In the
you
next
meant you there basically there's a lot of chaos in the beginning, and then you put the pieces together, and once you put the pieces together, then you still have control of your character. So it's not like
Just
every
like
session.
researching.
It's fine. I'll send you the we'll get you the stuff, and you can look at the characters and then yell at your dice to make sure that they hit those numbers. 84, I'm melting you. So, but anyway, we would like to thank you all for coming out and watching us play. If you're on the podcast edition, we'd like to thank you all for listening to us. We also, of course, would like to thank our very special guest, Jenny Higgins, who's with us for one more episode. But we hope that we can find a way to bring her back for 2020 at some point, doing something, because you have just been a wonderful addition to the cast. So thank you very
thanks.
much for coming out. But in the meantime, this is
Tawny P. Thompson, she, her.
Ethan Eichson Anderson, he, him.
Sarah Babe. She, her.
Jenny Higgins, she, her.
Tony Cheek, he, him.
and as always,
Brad Davies, he, him.
for all of them, This is Rob Wieland, he, him, saying, just repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.
Still wearing this crown though.